Yes, people, welcome to another episode of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV. I'm Ryan and I'm joined tonight by my two fellow co-hosts as usual, my two best YouTubing friends. Obviously, they don't need any introductions because they're literally the king and queen of YouTube, innit? But I'm going to introduce them anyway because I've got nothing but love for the pair of them. So, first, introducing my G, my big bro, my big brother in YouTube, the only guy who I know can get more cupcakes than me. Introducing my G, Mr. Flawless, Mr. Take Note. How you doing, my guy?
I'm blessed, yo. Excellent intro as well, man. But yeah, man. Blessed for asking. I'm all good, man. I'm all good.
My G. And last, but of course, never ever least, introducing the beautiful face of Sarcasm City, the queen of YouTube, the queen of Manchester City, my big sister. You know, whenever she smiles with that $1 million smile, I smile. Whenever she's sad, I'm sad. Except when Gabby makes me sit her and I'll just laugh at her. She's also looking lovely tonight, as of course she always does. So introducing the beautiful, the stunning, the lovely Yan City. How you doing, Yan?
That was a nice intro. Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you guys?
I'm good.
You're all good.
All good.
Especially after that intro and that. Salute to Ryan with the big boy intro and that. That was a fire intro. I have to give props where props at Duke. Fire intro. You already know. And you lot already
remember
know.
People,
go on, family. You take it away.
To like the video because where else are you getting a trio like this in it? Like not even Messi, Suarez, Neymar can chat to us, to be honest. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it across your socials, join the membership. Link can be found under the description. And like I always say, prepare to be entertained at some absolutely crazy time as usual.
Yeah, Ryan hit the nail on the head there with everything. And if you're new and haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, all it is just discussing the football that's just gone. So normally it's club football and answering any questions you've got. But it doesn't have to be about present and it doesn't have to be about football. So any sport, past or present, you can ask us questions on. And of course, if you're a member, your question or your comment will take priority like a super chat. But let's get the shares up. Let's get more numbers in here. It is the midweek Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Yanti, you need to stop trolling in it because that's why people like this always come up in the comments and that. This is your fault because you always trolling at that. So I don't want to hear nothing. So Man City 0-6 Champions League.
The people are always around, isn't it?
You know what's funny? You know,
how your mom allowed you to stay up till this hour? That's what I want to know, Man City. UCL battlers, because there's no way you are over the age of 10. There is no way. You might be 12 at a push.
You know what's so
school in the morning, isn't it?
You know what's so great about it is the fact that he's not only put Manchester City, he's put 0 Champions Leagues, and then he's put UEFA Champions League bottlers. Man put it twice in it. You know what I'm saying? He really wanted to hammer home the point. But like I said, or if it's a girl, this is your fault, innit? Because you always trolling, you get me, and gaslighting Manchester United fans. I'm guessing it's a United fan. This is your fault.
It's not my fault your team are dead. What am I supposed to do? Just sit there while you're dead and not make any noise when my whole life I was getting abuse from your lot when you were better than us. Hell no. If you think I'm going to shut up,
not even a United fan,
then it's not going to happen.
Is it not even a United fan? Surely.
Not even a United fan. Look at the comment underneath.
What did he say? Not a United fan, but Maguire over Stones. Right. Who is it then? Who do you support? Please let us know.
Who supports probably Virgin Van Dijk. Fucking hell.
Right, you can't be calling the people them virgins, man. What's wrong with you?
There's no way he gets girls. There's no way.
Man saying he's an adult. I apologize on your behalf. He's an adult, man.
He's not an adult.
You can't be doing that. I just love the username.
Serious. Yeah, I told you he's a Liverpool fan. Maguire Gomez should be the centre-back pairing for England. I bet he's put
oh yeah, the pacey Lovren, as Ryan calls
it. I don't want Stones to play for England because it's better for City. Like I was annoyed today because 4 Man City players starting. I didn't want that to happen. I want our players fit and ready, you know.
Right.
So
yeah, sorry to that person in the comments. You know, we want to like try and control her, but me and Flawless are scared.
No. You can't come through with a game like that trying to troll and then think that I'm going to give a shit. that you're an adult because you're not acting like an adult. Stop making fake accounts, man.
Oh yeah, these fake accounts, man. You lot need to just like the video and just chill. You know what I'm saying? All right, here's an actual
You're
question.
definitely not an Arsenal fan because of the name. So
Jan,
where do you honestly,
Jan City? Where do you think honestly? Where do you honestly think Aguero will end up? He ain't coming to us, so don't know why people are gassed. Yeah, he's definitely not going to Arsenal. We'll go on.
Do you know what? I think he didn't want to leave.
Pardon me.
It's very interesting because they actually he had a meeting with Pep. He came out of the meeting with Pep, and then Khaldoon rang him and thanked him for his service. So basically, the way it sounds is Pep said to him, "We're getting a new 9, a new centre forward, a new number 9, and basically you will be on the sidelines." And apparently he made the decision to leave. As much as I'm sad that Aguero is leaving because it feels like one of my kids is leaving me, you know, or my boyfriend's leaving me. Yeah, it's one of them things. As much, it is the right decision for Aguero. It is the right decision for the club. Aguero hasn't really been playing for us over the last 2 seasons. He's hardly featured this season. So, yeah, I think in terms of a Man City perspective, taking the fan out of it, it makes sense for Aguero to leave. He's on 350k a week, something like that. So for him to leave, it frees up a bit of money if we are going to go for sort of a number 9. So, yeah, I think it makes sense. Do I want to see him go? No. Do I hope that he just decides at the end of the season he's going to stay anyway? Yes, I do. But I don't think it will happen. And I don't know where he's going to go. Obviously, his son lives in America. Sorry, his son lives in Spain, I meant to say. So I think the chances of him returning to Spain seem quite high. Even though he didn't like living in Spain last time, I think it'll be a little bit different. I could see him going to play with Messi. He loves Messi. That's his best friend. So I could see that happening if Messi stays, which I think he will. Yeah, I could see him going there. You never know, because David Silva was set on joining Lazio, I think it was. And then in the next minute, he went to Real Sociedad. So I don't really know. It could change last minute with Aguero. I don't think he'll stay in the Premier League. He would score against Man City if he did, to be fair, and that would be heartbreaking. So I don't really want him to stay in England, personally. That being said, if he does stay in England, I think he breaks Wayne Rooney's record. So it's not the worst thing ever. But, yeah, I don't really want to see it. The only realistic options, maybe Chelsea, but I think Chelsea want Haaland, so I can't see them getting Aguero over Haaland. Doesn't really make much sense. So, yeah, I don't think he'll go there.
I can't see him playing for another English club.
I can't.
Definitely not an English club.
I saw some bullshit rumour linking him with Man United the other day, and I was like, nah,
yeah, he's linked with everyone. But the thing is, Aguero's been linked with Real Madrid pretty much every season since he joined Man City. Every single year. He's never going to go there. He said that he hated living in Madrid. He said that in his book. But they said that he's going to go there, he's going to go there. He never went. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Aguero, I don't think he's finished. These people that say he's finished, he's not. He's still a quality player. And on his day, anyone would want him at their club. That being said, he is 33. He's injury prone. And he can't really play too many minutes, hence why he's not staying at Man City and hence why they're not extending his contract. So, yeah, it's not, even if, the thing is, he's such a legend that even if he went and joined Man United, you couldn't hate him. I'd just say it was a poor choice from him. Yeah, I couldn't hate him. But the thing is, he's not going to go and win Man United the league. Like, he can't do that on his own. He can't play 38 games a season. You know, he can't do everything on his own. He wouldn't get service. The past couple of Man City games, he's been complaining to Pep that no one passes the ball to him because we don't play through Aguero anymore. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything that he could do where I'd be like, I hate Aguero. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, he's pretty safe. All of his legendary sort of stuff has happened at Man City, really. So, I don't know. Obviously, we'll have to see what happens to him. I'd like him to go to Spain, play with David Silva again, or Messi. That's what I'd like to see. Whether he does that, I don't know. Maybe he'll go China. Man City have said that he can play for any club that they've got. So New York City, Mumbai, he can play for any of them clubs if he wants. The only one that's realistic would be New York City, if we're being honest. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think he's ready to go to a club like that yet. I think he'll want to stay at the top level for a few more seasons. So I don't know. But yeah.
Do you think maybe because I just clocked this, that obviously Aguero leaving Man City it makes City a less attractive proposition for Messi, like in the summer. So you say that transfer is less likely.
It's weird because I said that if Aguero stayed another year, that to me would probably say Messi was coming, because that would make sense. So when he said that he was leaving, or when the club have announced that he's leaving, I know Aguero doesn't want to go. I can tell by the way he's tweeting, and I can tell by the way when people are writing in messages, his response, I can tell he doesn't want to go. So yeah, it's one of them things that's interesting. I think with him, like, he's a little bit different to other Premier League players. Like Fernandinho's kids go to school in England, like they're in school and they've been there for a while. So someone like a Fernandinho wouldn't necessarily want to leave England, whereas Aguero doesn't have anyone here. He only has his girlfriend, who is not English, and his son lives in Spain. So I don't think Aguero's got as much keeping him in England as other players in our squad have. So I think he will leave England. But yeah, I think they've always said they want to play together. I think this is the perfect opportunity for them to do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think Messi's going anywhere. Some City fan did say the other day that it sets up perfectly to get Messi because he's number 10, he's gone. You know, he knows Pep. So it kind of, but I just can't see it. I really don't. I think that he'll go. I think Messi will stay, and I think Aguero, I don't know. Maybe Aguero will stay in England, but I don't think so. I hope not. Anyway, I think I don't know. People underappreciate him in the Prem, and it's not really fair. Only City fans really rate him that highly, so wouldn't want him to go anywhere else.
Yeah, we give him his props. It's reluctant, but I always do. Well, obviously, I'm not speaking for the masses, but same question for you. Yeah, I'm not speaking for the masses. Like I've already said,
City fake account.
Get rid of that ugly picture.
Yeah, I blocked him.
Any picture with you looks good though.
That one doesn't.
Why can't you say thank you to Ryan for the compliment and that?
We never get our thanks, innit? I can name so many things that have happened on the group chat already, you know.
Because I want to see my.
It's okay.
I want to see my peoples get his flowers that's deserved. That's all. But go on, Ryan. You can answer this question too. Where do you think? Now, give us like 2 to 3 clubs where you think is realistic where Aguero could end up, and then I'll answer the same question.
I just couldn't imagine him going to another club in England. Like, I just can't envisage it. Do you get what I mean? Like, I just don't think he goes to another club in England. So I can't say anyone in England. I'd say Barcelona's probably the obvious one because of Messi and the fact that there's already been kind of rumours about it anyway. Maybe another. Obviously, Man City just said about Spain, and obviously he's got the Atletico Madrid connection as well. So would he go to Real Madrid? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. So Barcelona, probably like somewhere in the MLS, like Jan City said, one of Man City's clubs, like New York City. You know, can probably see that happening because I don't know how old he is at the moment.
33.
There you go.
33. Yeah. So he's kind of at that age where he could be thinking about going to the MLS now as well, especially with his kind of injury, because he's quite injury prone now as well. So I can't see him going to a club in England. It's only really Barcelona in Spain that I can see him going to. Maybe Atletico Madrid. He could maybe go back there as well.
That's legit.
He's not actually 33 yet. He's 32, but he will be 33 so at the end of the season.
So I'd say Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and probably like Jan City said, New York City and MLS. I think Atletico Madrid. I think I read some rumors about that, and it does seem kind of realistic considering, you know, he's been there before as well. Maybe has some unfinished business, perhaps. So I can see Barcelona or Atletico him going there. To be honest,
no, I can hear that. Like you said, Atletico Madrid, that sticks out to me for obvious reasons. Him going back, to his former club. We have to give him his flowers. Like I said, the best striker in the league
What about
over the past 10 years.
Italian leagues? Because they like older players, don't they?
I just don't think he wants to go. I think Atletico Barcelona and PSG.
Yeah, Spain makes more sense.
Yeah,
he doesn't even speak any languages apart from
they're the three that I look at and go.
His English still isn't great, is it? Like, I think he still struggles with his English. Like,
mad. A man's been bagging goals, but yeah, I could see PSG makes sense. I could see him going PSG. That makes sense.
Yeah. I just don't know.
They actually need a 9. Yeah, because they need a 9. They do need a 9. They don't have it. They've got Moise Kean, Icardi. What striker they've got? I'm not talking about. They got Neymar and Mbappe, but they need a 9. They got Di Maria, but he's not a 9. If you look at their actual strikers, they're not that good. I'm saying, but it depends on it. If does my man Poch want Aguero? You know what I'm saying? If Mauricio decides he wants him,
I want him, man. If I had money, I'd sign him to my own personal club. Because you can't just let Aguero go, man.
You don't have an own personal.
Yeah, it is what it is. Love to have all these lots. Get the likes up on the video. Also,
so sad. We should not be having this conversation now.
I really don't care. I'm glad we're having this conversation now, innit? I'm sick of this guy scoring against my team, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of it. Twilight said Messi had to submit his decision in March if he's staying or leaving. The public just don't know yet. I don't think he's leaving.
He's staying.
Simply because I don't think anybody can afford him. That's why. Who can legit? If you look at it, it's probably Manchester City, PSG. Does he really want to come to the Premier League? At 33 going on to 34 years old, do you really want to come to the Premier League? Or where you're solidified? Or does he really want to go PSG and play in the front? Like, I don't see them as appealing. But it depends on Messi's ambition. But to me, he seems even though he's kicked up a fuss at Barcelona and that, the new president just came back. Well, the new old president, Laporte. Is this his name? Is it Laporte? What's the president called?
Laporte.
Yeah, Laporte, that's it. And he was there when he was hella successful when he had Ronaldinho and that. So I don't see him not coming. I don't see him leaving. What do you not reckon? You reckon Messi leaves or he stays?
No, I think he stays, man.
I think he would have left if they didn't get the new president.
Yeah.
Because they got the new president, he's happy with him. So I think the thing is, like, I don't think Messi has to do anything to prove anything to anyone, to be honest. I think he can stay there and just be a Barcelona legend and a legend of the game. I don't think he needs to prove anything. You know, like, the differences between Aguero is, like, Man City at the moment, like, he's kind of run his course at Man City. As much as I think he's still got seasons left in him and as much as I think he can still do a job, you know, hopefully he goes out on a high. I would love it if Man City would not bottle the bloody Champions League this year, but I know what they're like. A lot of City fans...
Can you just see Aguero scoring the win in Champions League final?
No, City fans were saying if anyone bottles it, that agenda against that player. Imagine, someone slips or something, that agenda against that player, because, like, to Robert...
Imagine if it's Mahrez.
If it's Mahrez, he's getting dragged. If it's
we know that.
I'll have to consider maybe dragging him.
But you love Aguero. You love Fernandinho more than Aguero.
Exactly. But come on now, you can't be robbing my boy of a Champions League title, man.
Yeah, but what if they rob Fernandinho of a Champions League? What if Aguero robbed Fernandinho?
Fernandinho is going to leave as well. And when Man City announced that, they better have a special plan, because I'm not ready to hear, which is going to happen within the next 3 weeks, that Fernandinho is leaving at the end of the season. And I'm not here for that shit. So Man City better announce Haaland the same day that they tell me that Fernandinho is leaving. Because if they don't do that shit...
I'm here for
She's going to take it. Flawless, if that doesn't happen, she's going to take it out on us.
Yeah, I am.
Take it out on us anyway, regardless. It don't matter.
Good for me, innit? Because the thing is with Fernandinho don't want to leave. So they need to just extend his bloody contract. Aguero didn't want to leave. They've let him go. Like, come on now, seriously.
Didn't you tell me a few weeks ago that Fernandinho's leaving?
He's supposed to be leaving at the end. Well, he said at the end of the season he's going to make his decision. But Aguero also said that. And now it's come out that he's leaving. So they're having meetings with these players at the moment. So I can guarantee they're going to have a meeting with Fernandinho. And Pep is going to disrespect me by letting him go. And I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah, great. Oh boy.
He's going to turn on Pep next season when she's sitting behind him.
Pep's going to get cussed out differently, I can tell you that.
He'll be slapping his bald head and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
Fraudiola.
Fraudiola with it. Odegaard says, damn flawless, you only
Who are you guys? Nah, I love Pep, but come on now. Fernandinho. The thing is with Fernandinho is he's a leader on and off the pitch. We saw it with Company. Company left, and the squad just didn't look the same. Like Fernandinho leaves, regardless of how many games he plays, Man City gonna have a dip. Like apparently, this season when Man City weren't playing well, Fernandinho was the one that got all the players and said, "Look, we're not having this. You need to fix up." Who's gonna do that next season? Because it ain't gonna be any of them players in that squad. So,
Gabby Jesus. Odegaard says, damn flawless, you only sleep 1 hour a day. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Just got to put the clones to charge and we move and that. Work half
Gabby Jesus told the squad all that. They just laugh at him. I could just
big up Sentiment FC says, massive shout out to the awful Stormtrooper, Yanni and Cupcake. Big up to Sentiment FC, my guy. Big up Lewis. Lewis, I've DM'd you the link on Twitter if you want to jump on. He says, Bun Germany, Joachim Low, always ruining our players. Oh, he's talking about the finding Timo, fam. That's not on Joachim Low, fam. That's not on Joachim Low. Like we've seen Werner miss them so many times. Big facts. We've seen him miss it so many times. Big facts. Wherever we at. Haaland or Kane?
What are you talking?
I think that's like he's talking. I know where Jan City is gonna go. Haaland.
Stop disrespecting me with Harry Kane, man. I'm not here for it.
Wow, how's that disrespectful? That's deep, you know. Harry Kane is a top player.
I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it.
Why do you hate Harry Kane so much?
Because he plays for Spurs. Because you got this rivalry with Spurs.
No. It's not that. It's not that, right?
It is that. Quit lying.
It's not that. It's not. It's not. Honestly, it's not.
Okay.
Right? What is people's criticism against Man City? What is their criticism against Man City?
I don't know what
history.
They don't turn up in Europe.
Oh.
Neither does he. What? We're not solving no problem getting Harry Kane in.
You got to a Champions League final.
Here's the thing. Here's that. The reason why you can't run that comparison, is because the reason why Spurs haven't done anything in Europe is not on Harry Kane, and this is someone who I think Harry Kane is so great.
They got to a semi-final. Did he score? No, it was Lucas Moura, the star of the show.
He was injured.
He had his chance in the final. He played in the final, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't fit.
And he didn't do it. So
yeah, but he wasn't fit.
Okay, so take this season for example. He needed one goal against Dynamo Zagreb in one whole 100
Everyone has bad
minutes,
games,
and he didn't score. Yeah, but the thing is, everyone has bad games, right? But for me, like he's had what a final against Chelsea 2015. They lost that. Like, come on now, like. At the end of the day, I'm not denying that he's one of the best strikers in the world. He is.
Hey, Spurs fans don't have this. You're slandering your guy.
If he comes into Man City, he's going to score shitloads of goals and he's going to win shitloads of trophies. But so is Danny Ings. That's just the way Man City are. Like, who we get in there, they're going to score goals and they're going to they are going to do that. Me personally, I don't see the point in giving away a player who is 32 years old, right? Because he's 32 at the moment, right? Injury prone, to get someone that's going to be 28, who is also injury prone, to come in that's going to cost more than Haaland. If Kane was 50 mil, 60 mil, it's not a bad shout. But Kane is going to be more like 150 million plus because Spurs ain't going to get rid of him. True. He's got English tax. So he's going to cost more than a 20-year-old who is one of the best in the world at the moment. Like, to me, it makes no sense. It's like, you know what I mean? It just makes no sense. It's like someone saying to you, do you want a young, hot girlfriend or do you want your mate's ex? You're not going to pick your mate's ex. Even if
I wouldn't call. That's disrespectful. Like, see that I was with you until you called him the mate's ex. The latter part of what you said before you got there and just went off on one. I don't know. She got lost somewhere in the rainforest, and that you were spot on in terms of getting him his age, his price, him being injury prone. That part I get. The part before that and the part at the end, I don't get. The middle part, I was with you. 100%. I'm like, you spot.
To me, it just makes no sense. Like, honestly, it makes no sense. Don't get me wrong. If he comes in, he is going to kill it in Man City. I get that.
Definitely.
He's gonna get his titles that he needs to become what he wants to be and all of this crap. But we're not a charity. so he needs to just go elsewhere.
She really hates Harry Kane, you know.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Yeah. Do you think them fouls that he does every game, he's going to get away with at Man City? He's going to be getting a red card every game. Trust me. I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not dissing him because he is a great player, right?
You sure?
But like, to me, it makes no sense. To me, it makes no sense. If you have a choice between Haaland or Kane, you don't pick Kane. You don't.
I hear that.
You swap him for Gabby, though, obviously.
The point that you
just made. I have Haaland and Kane.
Yeah, the point that you just made there is spot on.
I'm not
like I said,
Harry Kane.
The latter part of what you said in terms of his age, him being injury prone, that makes sense. The stuff before that about the Euro,
she called him the mate sex. Nah.
The mate sex, I'm not with you on that. But
listen, he's the main player in Spurs, right? They finished third in the 2-horse race.
Yeah. Well, that's not him. But you know what that is?
Do that.
No.
That's Tottenham.
No. That's not what we're doing. No.
No.
I'm gonna give it to my Italian brethren to just state what it was.
I can't stand war.
Yeah, but Tottenham. It's the history of the Tottenham.
That's what it was. You know what I mean? It's the history of the Tottenham.
It's the history of Harry Kane as well. That's what it is.
That's not his fault. He's been at Spurs his entire career. That's not his fault.
Well,
I can't blame him for that.
He should have left when he was younger. That's what he should have done. But
I agree with that.
He was loyal to his team, so now he's been painted with the Spurs brush. That's his own fault.
That is his fault. But it's not a detriment. Like, I wouldn't put that on. Like, say for instance, you were to sign Son, I'd be here saying the same thing.
Son does it. Apparently, and this is actually a fact, Harry Kane has not scored against Man City for 6 years. 6 years. Son scores every year. Things like that.
A lot of goals against you, though.
He's played. The thing is,
the one that scores it. Like, honestly, out of the two,
has he played well? Forget the scoring. No, whoa, hold up, one sec. Forget the scoring. I don't know the numbers. Obviously, I'll have to get a Spurs fan. How well has he played against you lot in the past? How many assists has he got? Obviously, I'm not watching Spurs City closely to know that. So he's never had a good game against you lot. I'm not saying you're wrong about it.
He plays decent against us, but that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Sometimes there's more to just scoring goals.
I don't put too much stock in that because you know what? They tried that shit with
when you're a striker, it does. It's like Aguero. Aguero is the guy that you don't want to face as a Man United fan. Why? Because
you know he scores. But I'm all about.
When it's games like that, it's okay. Fair enough. If you're a midfielder, I'm not expecting you to score goals. So that's a bit different. Do you know what I mean?
My strikers need to have good all-round games.
Yeah, I'm on about the performance. This is why I asked you specifically about the performance because we was performances.
That's 6 times 2. That's 12 games, and that's not including Champions League. That's not including other competitions. So
I'm saying, as he helped his team get results,
small portion of games. It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games. But what I'm saying is, as he helped his team get performance, as he's helped his team get wins and draws in those games, it's much more. I'm looking at much more than goals and assists. Is it a factor? Yes, but I'm like, how are you performing? What are your performances like? Drogba was like that. I bet his record against the top 6 wasn't the best. He's still one of the best strikers ever in the Premier League.
Drogba was clutch.
No, but that's you talking about finals and that. I'm saying that could be used against him in the Premier League. This is a man who only scored, I think, over 15 league goals once, but we rate him highly simply because of the impact he had on certain games. In the Premier League, I'm talking about. He was clutching cup finals, but in the league, he was cold too. But his records are just different.
If you want Harry Kane, feel free to go and get him.
I don't want Harry Kane. I'm just saying you slandering him too harshly in that. And this is someone who thinks he's overrated. Yeah, you take yourself over Firmino. That's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. But moving on. Paco says flawless, but where did you think he wanted to go last summer other than PSG or City? Yeah, I thought it was one of those two with Messi. I didn't think anyone else could afford him at that point. Man is slapping his head. Flawless is one funny done. Yeah, man, I'm joking. Would
you take Kane over Martial?
No.
When you were taking over your season striker. Come on.
Reason why, all right, so you're gonna let me respond. For one, the reasons you stated about his age, his price, his injury, and 2, this is the first time Martial has had a poor season. This is his first poor season. In fact, he's had as many bad seasons. Wait, let me say about this. Yeah, he's had less bad seasons at United than Stones has had at City. Stones is only just getting it together now. Stones is only just getting it together now. Martial's been very good to very good the whole time he's been here. His record says that in terms of numbers, and his performances say that in terms of numbers. Apart from this season, check his numbers. Check his numbers if you don't believe me.
His highest season was last season.
Yeah, and he scored 17.
He was brilliant last season. He was exceptional.
He was
before that, it's like what?
Under Ollie.
20 or less. Come on now. That's
20 what? Goals from playing out wide. That's a good return. This is what I've been saying. This is only his second season playing as a striker.
I don't know.
In his first season under Van Gaal, he was very good as well.
When Raheem Sterling racks up them numbers, people just say, "Oh, he's shit." So
yeah, but Sterling's in a better team under a better manager.
Sterling's cold.
I don't know about that.
I give Sterling his flowers though. Like Sterling's but he is playing in a better team with a better manager. Now I give Sterling his flowers. Sterling's good.
Thing as well.
But with Martial, like I said, this is only his second season as a striker, and even as a wide, you said nearly 20 goals from wide. That's a great return when you're playing under defensive managers as well. All his returns are good, and more than his stats. On the eye test, he passes it. Apart from this season where he's been shocking. He's been shocking this season.
But in previous years, he passed the eye test.
Yeah, all seasons. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying I don't want to replace Aguero with Kane. I'm not saying Gabby. If I'm saying Gabby, that's disrespectful. I'm saying Aguero, who is one of the country's best strikers that we've seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not taking Harry Kane over him. I'm not disrespecting Kane. Yeah, okay, maybe I went a little bit far.
You went no. You went very far, and that's why I told you. Because what I said was I agree with you in the middle part. The first part and the last part, I was like, I'm not with you. If you would have just said
you went into Kane like you go in on me.
Facts. Yeah. There we go. That's facts. Yeah. That's a very primary.
Ryan, this is why you're single.
It is if you rate Martial, honestly.
Stupid again.
He's did it again. You know what I'm saying? And that man's had one poor season and you want to get on him and that, but you give Stones 5 years to get it right. And that is the best thing since sliced bread.
Gabby.
Make it make sense.
No one's saying that John Stones
Gabby still can't get it right.
In the league. But no one was saying that before.
Yeah, you've told me that though. You said he's the best centre back in the league.
This season, yes. Overall, no. If you said last season Martial was great, but the rest they haven't been all that, then I would agree with you.
Nah, what I'm saying is he's been good to or better every season he's been here since last season. That's what I've said. Apart from this one. And I'll take that. He's been here 4.5 years. So, yeah, 4.5 years. So 3.5 of those years he's been good or above.
You know what? To be fair, we'll have more goals than John Stones at the end of the season, probably.
Oh, yeah. He might. You know what? It depends, actually, because I don't know if he's fit or not. I hope he's right. Because obviously I know he got injured on international duty and that. But yeah, back to the point. Like, I don't think Stones is better than Diaz, but I hear you. And I don't think
I agree. Diaz is clearly the better player. That being said, this season.
You think Stones has been better this season? That's mad to me.
You know what? Stats-wise, he has. And I actually watched
You can't go stats-wise for defenders.
Yeah, no, I know that. So I watched them both, and I was like, actually, you know what? John Stones, as good as Diaz is, John Stones, it's not clear. Like, Diaz is not clear as Stones, if you know what I mean. They both work well together, and it works, you know what I mean? But I think Diaz is the reason for that, and that's why I think Diaz should get Player of the Year, not John Stones. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that. Get to the super chat though before you can carry on.
Van Dijk and Gomez, where Van Dijk is up here and Gomez is you know, okay. You know what I mean? It's not like that. Like John Stones and Diaz have both been at a top level this season. That's the difference.
It's not Joe Gomez is the worst centre back at the club.
Right, you better like worse than Matip.
Matip's good, man.
He rates Matip.
Wait, worse than Virgil van Kabak? Nah, he's not better than Virgil van Kabak, actually. What about Naldini Phillips?
Nah, not Phillips is better than both Gomez and Kabak.
Of course, Naldini. Yo, put some respect on his name, Ryan. Virgil van Kabak. Say the full title.
Actually, that Dopey Kabak is actually better than
Gomez. No. It's Virgil van Kabak. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're all right, man.
No. Let me get to the super chat. What in the world happened to Timo Werner today? I can't believe Germany lost to North Macedonia. First and foremost, Trizzy Daz, big up for supporting. Love for the super chat. What happened to Timo Werner? That's what happened to him today. Timo Werner.
The only person that scored for Germany in that game was You know
Don't say it. Don't say
Yeah,
it.
but then he lost to North Macedonia, so he has to be held accountable, getting played about by North Macedonia.
At least he's singing. What do you mean Van Dijk is okay? I said Van Dijk is up here, and I said Gomez is down here.
You said Gomez is okay, even though he isn't.
Yeah, not Van Dijk. I said
You're comparing him to Virgil van Kabak. No, that's unfair, fam. That's levels that you can't really aspire to get to, and these are levels.
They just want to wait for a reaction from me. I'm not gonna.
You wait for it's Virgin Van Dijk and Virgin van Kabak, and you go beat all season.
Yo, Virgil.
Did you see Virgin?
Has been sunning.
Virgil van Kabak together.
I thought you said Virgin Van Dijk.
Nah, Virgin.
You called that guy a virgin earlier on the show.
Yeah, Yancy came out smoking and that. Yancy was on smoke and that. She was like, fuck all this.
I hope Turkey win the Euros now.
Why?
Why?
You know what? Like, being in Turkey will be great if they win that, trust me.
Oh, so you're just thinking for myself?
Yeah, you go Turkey a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I love Turkey, man.
But yo, Drizzy Des, love for the super chat each and every time. Harry Class A would be good at City, or allow all the slander Yan, but I do think City should be looking for a younger option. Yeah, like I said, I was with it. Yan City just went
the thing is, yeah, you know what? I get that I went a little bit overboard, right? I'm just saying.
Wait, hold up. A little bit. You went way overboard. You called him.
Yeah, you went way over the top.
That's way overboard.
England's captain.
Listen, I don't care, to be honest. I don't. The thing is, right, is just I don't want to, like, there's other options in it that,
listen,
like, with Man City, the way I see it is Man City don't buy the obvious signings. We never do. We buy the signing that you didn't quite expect. So I expect Man City to go and buy someone that is not that known. I don't expect them to buy Haaland. I want Haaland, but I don't expect Man City to get Haaland. I think Man City will go and buy. Somebody actually mentioned Andre Silva, that Portuguese guy. Who's he play for? At the moment, he plays for what they call.
Wasn't he at Leicester before?
What they called?
Who? What team? What country is it in? Because I know you're terrible with pronouncing shit at times. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna butcher it. Go on. What country are they in? Oh yeah. So why did you not just say Frankfurt?
That's because I couldn't remember what it was called. But I just
Googled it right now.
Oh, you were trying to call him the first name, innit?
No, I didn't Google him. I Googled the club, how to say it.
Oh, right.
Eintracht Frankfurt or whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big up Indiana in the panel as well. Make sure you subscribe to First Next Side also.
But his record's been really good this season. But obviously, the last season and a half, I think he's been really good. Before that, he wasn't obviously as prolific. But he's 25, mid-20s, something like that. So he is someone that, you could look at. There's Martinez from Inter. Players like that, I expect Man City to go and get someone like that. I don't expect them to go and get Haaland. I really don't. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love Man City to just say, you know what, guys, we're going to bring in Haaland, but I just can't see it, honestly.
We're definitely getting Haaland. 1,000,000%.
Would you take Origi?
We're getting Haaland. We'll get Harry Kane.
Let me just get to this Espar quote. Nah, I'm not saying Martial over Kane. What I'm saying is I wouldn't take Kane for some of the reasons that Yan City spoke on it. You see the middle part when she was talking, I'm with her on that, innit? Like the price, he's going to cost the arm and a leg. He's 28 and he's injury prone.
Ridiculous.
Like, that's why.
You can get Mbappe for probably £50 million more. You might as well just get Mbappe if you're going to go for Kane.
Yeah, you might as well go all out in it.
What's 50 million when you spent over 150? Like, come on now. Go for the big.
I'm with you, Indiana. If he's fit and the right price, of course. You know what I'm saying? But he's not. Like, we're talking reality and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eric Bailly, if he's fit, is a quality centre-back. But why do we need a centre-back so desperately? Because he can't stay fit. These things matter. I'm with you. I'm not saying Kane. Kane's top quality. No doubt. Top quality. But,
why not? Why are you stitching me up, man? It's true, though. I did say that. that.
No, she also said he's the mate's ex. That was the most disrespectful part. I feel so bad for Kane.
You know what, yeah? When he inevitably, because I've been saying this, when he inevitably scores the winner against Man City in the Carabao Cup final, Kane, it's obvious it's nailed on now.
Now you said all that. Now you've called him the mate.
But when he does that, then the respect will
jinxed it.
But until he does that, it is what it is, isn't it? I'll respect him as a good Premier League.
NB says, flawlessly, do you think a midfield of Donny, Bruno and Pogba can work? Yes, in a diamond with a holding midfielder, yeah. It could work.
Under a competent coach.
Definitely. Yes,
See,
on the phone.
Mustafa's comment.
Wait, hold up.
Bottom.
Oh yeah, go on. Lewis is not happy in that. I'm with this man saying Virgil van Kabak over Andreas Christensen. I'm with that. That's on point. Yeah, go on.
I'm with Lewis on the Christensen thing. Not like that, but like he's definitely better than Kabak.
Who's I don't know who Kabak is. I only know Virgil van Kabak. You know what I'm saying? Who's this Kabak geezer you talking about?
Who dopey Kabak?
I don't know who you're talking about in it. You know what I'm saying? Big up my boy Deviant.
Imagine, yeah, you think that when he's saying Virgil van Kabak, he's talking about Kabak, but he's actually talking about Virgil van Dijk. I'll take him over. I'll take Christensen over Virgil van Dijk.
Man, like now Beanie Phillips and that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got. Any more questions? Oh yeah, someone asked, do you believe, I can't find a quote, but it was something along the lines of, this was to you, Ryan. Do you believe it's time for Jota to become take Firmino's place permanently?
Yeah, that should have happened months ago. He got injured, innit? Like, that should have happened months ago. To be fair, like, I think any of the front three could be dropped, to be honest, based on their performances. I don't think any of them could really complain if either of them got dropped. I don't know why Yancey's shaking her head, but like.
No, I'm shaking my head to that Grealish thing. I don't think we'll get Grealish.
Oh, right, yeah.
I
think you'll get Grealish.
But, I think Grealish definitely would want to come, but I can't see us getting him. I can definitely see all the areas need more work.
True, say if you're saying Fernandinho's going to leave, it makes sense to get a holding midfielder and a striker. Like, you're going to get Haaland. I think it's nailed on. Now when Aguero's leaving, I think it's nailed on.
I think what I was saying about Jota though is that Jota's literally like already better than like any of our front three now. He's literally better than all of them. So like he's got to start in it in like the strongest team. So like personally, who would I drop? Ugh, don't even know. Like I could drop any of them to be honest. I'd probably drop Salah because I don't rate him.
You know what?
Shock
if you drop Firmino or Mane, I couldn't argue in it. I'll be honest.
Fair enough. Big up Kenan _Man United Soldier. He said, big up from Trinidad. Big up, man. Man's watching all the way from the Caribbean. What time is it out there? Let us know. He said, yo, flawless, #Ollie out. Yo, the movement is strong, man. You know what I'm saying? And that the movement is strong and that all the way from Trinidad, the Caribbean. Let us know what time is over there.
Do you know what? I've got a question. Before I forget, I've got a question for Ryan, right? Okay.
Right, you forgot your name, you know, fam.
You got my name in it. This gets worse and worse and worse.
Get over it. I didn't forget.
She forgot
my name.
She forgot your name too, like she didn't know you were
that. You know, what's your name again?
Ryan Ness's name. If it was Ryan Ness on the show, she wouldn't
forget her.
Go on. But go on, that's your question, Yancy.
I was gonna say, if you had a choice that you could get Mbappe,
yeah.
But wait, let me think.
Yeah, I'll get Mbappe.
Get your question together while we're here.
But Van Dijk and Alisson leave, or you keep Van Dijk and Alisson, but Jota and Thiago leave. And there's like no replacement. Stick with the team that you have.
I'd keep Van Dijk and Alisson. Because Thiago's been shit anyway. And yeah, Van Dijk and Alisson are just too important. So I'd keep those two.
Alisson?
Nah, Indiana, man. I wish that I could be like sat here going, City are going to do it, but I know Man City, man.
Indiana, you know her well, man.
What signing have I ever said that we're not going to get that we've got? Like, I thought we might get Koulibaly, and I was definitely wrong on that one.
No. It's not a signing thing. It's just your pragmatic approach to Manchester City. You act like Manchester City and not Manchester City.
Man City do not like spending money. They're not going to outbid Chelsea in a race. They're not.
It's not the money thing. I'm talking about you act like Manchester City out Manchester City in terms of when we doing predictions and that. You was telling me up until about 2 weeks ago or yesterday that the league title was still on. The league title's not done. I was telling you this probably in January before. What month did you play Liverpool? When was that? Was that like February?
Early February, yeah.
Early February. I was telling you in January. You was like, nah, we got a tough run in February. Tough games. Tough games where? You won every single match.
This though is the sort of thing, because this guy like is doing really well and he's only 30 mil. Honestly, I just think Man City will go and get someone like that. They might even get Grealish. They might even get him and Grealish. I just don't think they'll get Haaland.
The City gets Super Jack, it's a wrap, honestly.
Here's the thing, though, with Haaland. The reason why I can see him coming to you lot, because if you lot and Chelsea go in for him, I think he'd go in Manchester City.
I think he would pick Man City. The only thing is, money talks, and I feel like Man City will go with an offer, like they did, because apparently, like, I didn't watch that whole documentary on Man City, but apparently, like, when they were after Van Dijk, when Van Dijk's price went above a certain fee, they were like, no. They just, like, withdrew, and I know what they're like. If they go in for Haaland, they'll probably go in with like 100 million. And when he goes well over that, Man City will be like, okay, let's look at other options. That's what they'll do.
Here's the thing, though, with Haaland. I don't know how true this is. Someone in the comments will let me know. Supposedly, there's a release clause. He's got one this summer.
Next season.
Next season. So what is it?
60, I think.
Okay, but it's not this season.
75 or something like that.
He's not got one this season.
No, so it's next season. So you can either wait, and that's why people are going to go in this year with big money to get him before he goes. Because next season, anyone can get him for like 60 mil. So you're going to have to pay a bit over that to get him this season. But you know what? Maybe Man City go in with like 80.
Yeah, I think Dortmund sell for that.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get him. I think Man City can definitely give him a project. They can give him, because someone was saying yesterday on the show about how it depends, which is the best project. But it's like Man City can offer him everything that he needs. Like they can offer him the decent academy. Like our academy is one of the best. Our training facilities are one of the best in the country, if not best, to be honest. So they've got that. Secondly, he's lived in Manchester before, so it's not a case of he needs to come and adapt to living in England. Like I know he was young when he did, but it's not that different when you've grown up here. So there's that. There's the fact that his dad is still involved with Man City. That helps. There's the fact we've got Pep. That makes a big difference. A lot of players want to play under Pep. And then you've got the teammates around him, because you're not saying to him, come into our team of, mediocre players. You're saying, come into a team where you've got Phil Foden, who at the moment is one of the brightest English talents, who's the same age. So realistically, if Haaland wanted to, him and Foden could spend their whole career together. Do you know what I mean? Yep. Like Barcelona players have. You know what I mean? They could do that. So it's up to, obviously, him. I think it'll be what he wants, who offers the most money. It'll be a combination of things. But I think ambition-wise, Man City, you're definitely guaranteed titles. I think you are with Chelsea, to be honest, but you're definitely guaranteed with Man City. And I think it looks like Man City will win the Champions League at some point. So he knows if he comes in at 20 years old, he's pretty much guaranteed
to win a Champions League at some point.
Because there's no way that he's going to come in, scoring the way he does in the Champions League at this age, and just, unless he completely falls off or he gets some bad injury and he's just...
I'm not saving judgment on his Champions League record, but we move. Go on, because he was going through this agenda, but carry on. Go on.
I don't know. Somebody did say, though, today, like, if Haaland knocks Man City out...
Yeah, that was me.
We will sign him. I agree.
I can see that happening. I hope, you know what? Like I said, for the first time, because like I said, I've never watched him in a full 90 minutes. I'm going to be watching him very closely when you two play in it, because people are making out he's the next coming of Jesus. So I'm like, I want to see some next level shit.
The reason why people are saying that is his stats at his age are better than Messi, better than Cristiano Ronaldo, better than Mbappe. So this is why they're saying that he's...
So he better be this good, isn't it?
It's like Mbappe, obviously, he's won the World Cup now. He's got to a Champions League final. But before he did that, his numbers were unreal. And so people were looking at his numbers.
He also delivered for that Monaco
World Cup. Then he went and got to a Champions League final. So the thing is, I wouldn't say that Mbappe has only become a thing since they won the World Cup. He was already a thing before. Like, people already discussing him. So Haaland's at that stage. Obviously, Haaland's not going to go and win a World Cup. He's not. No. And he's not gonna probably win anything internationally, if we're being honest. But he could go to
one sec, Yancy. You not get the likes up, man. Get the likes up on the video. I'm looking here and we're only on 27 likes. So we should be above that. Sorry, go on, carry on.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I think he's just like where Mbappe was when Mbappe started doing what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? And obviously Mbappe now has moved.
That's me.
Level, you know, so I don't think Haaland, like I say, I don't think Haaland will do anything.
Like I said, I'm just because the amount of criticism I've received just for saying I'm reserving judgment on him. People have been wilding out at me. So I'm like, all right, I've not even said he's whack. I'm just saying I am reserving judgment before I crown this guy the king and that. So we're gonna find out against Manchester City. I hope he's as good as you lot say he is, because if he's as good as people make out, he knocks Manchester City out of the Champions League. But I'm looking more so than the goals. I'm looking for more overall play. How do you impact the game? So even if Dortmund go out, let me see how you impacted the game. Did you have two games?
Because I was
go on, fam.
Because earlier on I was saying to what's the name, person to the right of me in it. I forgot the name in it, but I was saying that you know, if Haaland, you know, does knock Man City out, you know, the owners are going to think, well, how do we win the Champions League next season? Oh, let's just sign the guy who knocked us out this season. Like, it just makes perfect sense, doesn't it? But
we gonna like
could that be the worst thing? He knocks City out, but then he ends up going to City himself. That's the thing.
It depends. It depends on how he does.
City will win the quadruple this season, I have to be honest. I think
he needs to. He needs to win it. I hope he turns up. I hope he is as good. If he's as good as you lot are making out to me, then really and truly, it should be very tough for City to get through. If he's as good as you lot.
Yeah, I think he will. The thing is, I think he will cause us problems. Definitely. The thing is with Man City is our defense is a little bit stronger right now, and obviously, as an overall team, I'd say we're better than Dortmund as a team. Obviously, with Champions League, like I say, it's on moments. So Man City could play perfect for 90 minutes. There's 2 minutes extra time. They have 2 shots, score 2 goals, you know, 2 mistakes or whatever, and it's 2-0 and you go out. So I think Champions League, it's more about staying strong for the whole 90 minutes or the 95 minutes or however long it is. And Man City,
the concentration levels have to be so high during Champions League.
Yeah.
You just never know when.
Yeah, and it's 5 minutes of terrible football, and you're out of the tie.
Exactly.
He's got to use like the comments be busting me up. Flawless, will Kane go down as a legend if he stays at Spurs and end up with 0 trophies? He'd go down if he gets the Premier League record, which he probably will get. Then yes, to me, he'll go down as a Premier League.
If he gets the record, yeah.
Yeah, he'll go down as a Premier League legend. Yeah. That's what I would say.
I think like he'll be one of them because it's like Shearer. Like Shearer, people that watch Shearer say like he's the best. You know, he's the best or he's one of the best. Like top 2. Like they might say Henry's better, but they'll say like he's second or whatever. Like his goal scoring record was like 30 goals a season or 30 plus goals a season. Do you know what I mean? Every season. So in terms of him, like. But if you speak to fans who are maybe a bit younger, they're not putting Shearer in because they didn't see him. So it's one of the things. If Shearer had 5 Premier Leagues, 2 FA Cups and a Champions League, I think he gets in every argument. I think every argument they say he did what Rooney did or he did what this person did, but he had better stats. Do you know what I mean? So I think it kind of lets it, because a lot of people, when they talk about Rooney, they'll say he won the Champions League. So that's the argument to put Rooney in that conversation. You know what I mean? If Shearer does that, there isn't an argument. It's, well, Shearer did it as well. So I think things like trophies do matter. I think people will still remember him. He'll still be a Premier League legend because of what he's done in the game. But I don't think he'll be getting into the list of the top players without winning anything. Like, I think he will win something. I actually think he'll win the League Cup this season. He's going to score the winning goal. I'm going to win some money. Man City are going to...
How are you going to win some money? What money are you winning?
I'm betting on him. Like, he is...
I think you win that. I think you win 2. I think you win. You win the
I'm not really...
I've
never bet against my team.
I'm waiting for my 100. I'm not going to lie. I bet us to lose 1-0 when we lost to Fulham a month ago because I knew it would happen, innit? That was easy money to make.
Mazel. Big on man like MB said, Jan is the female Sean Dyche.
I'm joking, guys.
He said, Jan is the female.
The only reason why I'm saying that it's going to happen is because I've just jinxed it by saying that I don't rate him. and he doesn't turn up in finals. That's what I'm saying.
Even if you win the final, he's definitely gonna like have a good game or something like that, or memorable game without.
You better have.
It is the football YouTubing world. Like whoever you slander will either have an amazing game, or if you big someone up, they have a terrible game.
Yeah,
or
I'm joking. Honestly,
whoever you slander will.
I bet against my own team.
Yeah, I do.
You know what, like the thing is, I've only ever bet against Man City once, and that was when we played Leon because it was nailed on.
Good
like,
time.
I knew we were going to lose that game. I knew it.
Big up NB. He says Jan is the female Sean Dyche in terms of City fans. She's hella pragmatic when it comes to making predictions, etc. Moving like her team is Dan James. Dead grub. Be more optimistic.
She's a female Graham Potter.
Yo, big up for the Dan James dead grub thing, innit? That's JV saying and that's caught on. I've seen that a few times in that.
No, JV in that conversation.
Who's it? Wait, what?
Ginny.
Oh, right. I was about to say, don't start. Let's not go there. This is not about Harry Potter and that. You know what I'm saying? She is dead grub though. She's going right.
She's dead grub. She's mad dead grub.
Yeah.
That's not very nice. That's somebody's girlfriend.
Yeah, so very happy for him and her, isn't it?
You're the one who called Harry Kane a mate's ex.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very valid point. Called the man a mate's ex, you know.
The England captain, Jan City.
Get me.
England captain.
And told one of her best friends, let me say this, best friends, honestly, this is why you're single. And forgot his name on top of that.
Forgot my name. Called me an overrated YouTuber.
I didn't say. You know what? This slander.
Yo, people.
Out of context, FC. This shows
people. Do you want to know what she did yesterday? You want to know what she did yesterday, people? On our group chat, yeah.
That's bad disrespectful.
You want to know what she did yesterday, people? On our group chat yesterday, she I was like thanking Flawless and Jan, for like,
Yo, you break it up, fam. Jan City hacked in.
Yo, so because of them,
your internet's moving.
Because of them, I'm getting invited to like, and because of these two, I'm getting invited to all the shows in it now. So I thanked these two yesterday, saying without you guys, it wouldn't be possible in it. And Flawless replied a lovely reply saying, "Oh, no problem, my G, anytime." You know what? Jan City replied with a vomiting emoji. People, let that sink in. A vomiting emoji.
That's what she replied. You know what? Run with the agenda if you want an agenda.
We can show them the group chat group chat on the screen.
Vomiting emoji.
It's still in the group chat,
Yes, if you saw it in context, you would get it. But no context, FC. That's you two.
And it's not as if we ever get a thank you anyway. I sent her a lovely message on the chat a couple of hours ago. She never even replied to it.
Facts.
I've been working my ass off. I left work at 25 minutes to midnight in it, so I've been working today.
Look at MB, yo. Our context FC go, Jan. About time you get getting some punches in. And then Bradley says, Jan, that's very cruel. I know, man, called man an overrated YouTuber, Mazza.
In all seriousness, we do love Jan City. Really.
Indiana,
she just doesn't love us back.
Fake love, guys. It's fake.
She just doesn't love us back. That's the thing.
Yeah, she always say it's fake love. Best case would be Sancho. Yeah, that's someone else I'm going to be watching closely.
You know what?
Well.
Sancho. I don't think even though it would be Sancho knocking us out, I don't think it's just a bit of a different thing because the thing is he left before he really made it. If you know what I mean, it's like Ryan Giggs left Man City before he made it. So.
You're still Ryan Wilson, isn't
it? It's one of them things. Like I don't see Ryan Giggs as a Man City player. Do you know what I mean? Even though he played for Man City, he didn't sign a professional contract or play play at a serious level for Man City. So I don't see it like that. And I think with Sancho, it's the same thing. Yes, Sancho played for our youth team, but I just don't see him in that way. So I think even if he scored the winning goal and knocked us out, I don't think it would be like, oh, haha, you got knocked out by Sancho. I think it would be Dortmund knock you out. Like,
Dortmund, the reason why I said I'm be watching Sancho closely because again, he's another player. Yeah, who I rate high. I do rate him highly, but I'm always very interested to see big players, in big games at crunch moments. Like, how do you deliver on that? Like, this is a big. Like, if Sancho falls off, I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't want to get him at United. He's terrible. I'm just like, okay, I'm just watching. Same way I'm watching Haaland. I watch all these players closely, and these are make or break moments. All of the top players in the history of the game have had these moments that are delivered. If you ask Ryan about Liverpool legends, them man delivered at big moments, whether your team win trophies or not. There's games you can pinpoint. The reason why Man City loves Aguero is because there's big moments where Aguero delivered. As a Manchester United fan, there's so many different names.
Yeah, and there was a reason why the other person that I was slandering today, he doesn't do that. So,
okay. I'm sure if you ask Spurs fans, but we'll get there. But yeah, Gerrard did. If you look at the Champions League, FA Cup, moments like that.
Yeah, he did.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the type. If you take away his Champions League, like his performance in that, and take away his FA Cup performance, I'm just plucking them two out. Just that takes away from the legend of Gerrard at Liverpool.
Yeah,
like Aguero had like a hat trick against like Bayern Munich and stuff like that. I know it's not in the last stages because I think he normally gets like injured for a bit, but he has scored knockout goals for Man City.
That's my point. He's done big things where you're like, Aguero that day he stepped up type of thing.
Yeah.
And like, even though I don't rate him, I don't rate him, and you know, I don't think he's not a legend for me. Like, Salah has still scored like important goals at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's the reason why
Champions League and title winning season.
That's my point. It's a big moment. And to Indiana's point, I'm going to get to Devante's comment. He says, Flawless is right. People had this energy for Tiny. Now look at what he's done at Chelsea. And that's my point, is people are quick to hype up. Man will have one good season and they'll be like, yeah, this is the next guy. I just reserve judgment on these because I've seen too many of these guys come and they're like, they're the guy, and then they disappear. You don't remember Michu. You'll remember him, Yancy.
Yeah,
that was that
one season, the guy.
That one season he had. You remember him? I didn't know if you remember. He was cold.
He was so good.
Michu was the guy. He was the man that season, and then man just disappeared. Pookie had it for a small period of time when he's at like half a season.
Pookie had it like 2 games.
It was like half a season, whatever it was. Devante saying, but Haaland and Sancho already proved themselves versus PSG last season. That's a notch in the good column, but what I'm saying is you do it again and again. The better players do it continuously, and that's not a shot at Sancho or Haaland. They've simply not been here long enough. They've not had enough opportunity to perform in big games. Is this the biggest game Haaland's been in? Or one
I'd say so.
Because I think they kept getting to the round of 16.
They got knocked out last season, so Champions League quarter final.
Okay, so this is his first appearance in the Champions League quarter final.
Yeah.
That's my whole point, and that's not a shot at Haaland. What I'm saying is because he's young, he's not had the opportunity to do these things. So even if he goes out, I'm not going to slander him.
That's what I say about these players. Because like you say, like he could get knocked out, but he could, I don't know, maybe they win one of the legs, or they do something, he inspires that win, or whatever, like something like that. Then that
it was a bit like it could be like, I remember when they played PSG in the last 16 last season, and they won the home leg 2-1, and he scored both times, but obviously they got knocked out in the second leg, so it could be a similar situation like that.
I'm just looking for him for an impact on that, and that ties into this.
Even if you look at that game against Lyon, like for Man City, like De Bruyne in that game was really, really good, and he scored the equaliser. I think he scored the equaliser to make it 1-1, and then it was one of them games where he was doing everything to win that game. And to be honest, if we would have gone through, he would have been the man of the match because he was the guy. So it's like people can say, "Oh, Man City bottle it," but there's players in our squad that turn up like. I've seen, and that's why De Bruyne was so pissed when he got knocked out, because I've seen him boss Barcelona. Like, I've seen him go against Barcelona and, you know, be the reason why we won 3-1, you know, stuff like that.
It's a bit like when we almost won the league in 2014. Like, obviously, we did bottle it towards the end of the season, but no one will say Luis Suarez bottled it.
Like he's still in he's the reason you're in the race. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, so you have to give him credit for that. Even if you don't make it, he's the reason he's impacted it. And what I'm saying is with Suarez is at that point, he's in his late 20s, he's had enough. I can't crown a kid who is 19, 20 and say, you're the next best thing when you've made. Well, you're not really telling me this is his first appearance in the Champions League quarterfinal. That's my point, and that's not a shot at him. What I'm saying is I need to see him in these last stages 5-6 seasons in a row and see how you do. Because he could do this, knock City out and absolutely fly, and the next season we don't hear from him for the next 3 or 4 years. And everybody be like, right, what happened to Haaland type of thing. I'm just reserving judgment.
I think PSG, they hadn't got to, I know they hadn't got to a semi before last season, and then they went straight to the final. So they were going out of the quarters or before. Because I remember Man City had a better record in the Champions League, as in how far we went, than PSG until last season. So, yeah, it's one of them things. I expect PSG to go through again because
I expect PSG to go through now.
So, yeah, because I think Bayern Munich would do it because of Lewandowski. Lewandowski being missing is a big miss for them.
But they have still got attacking players who can hurt PSG.
They have.
It's just that central striker they're missing now. I don't know who they're going to play there.
If you could pick a player to be out for Bayern Munich as a PSG fan, you probably pick Lewandowski.
Definitely.
That's a massive blow.
Leroy Sané, I don't know how Leroy Sané really plays for Bayern Munich because I haven't really seen it. I know he's not been at his best. That being said, he loves a big game. He always has. So I don't know if he will turn up maybe with Lewandowski not being there. You've got Gnabry, who's a great player. They have a decent squad still. You know, they still have a decent squad and they could go through. But I just think Dortmund are going to cause them too much trouble going forward. I just think if Haaland gets 2 early goals like he does sometimes, usually when Haaland scores early, Lewandowski will be the reason why they win that game. But Lewandowski is not there. So I don't know, like Man City have won games all season without a striker. So I'm not saying it's dead in the water, but yeah, I think it's mad.
Yeah, like you're saying, Haaland has scored against every opponent he's faced in the Champions League, so you could probably expect to go. We're going to find out. Like I said, I didn't know this is the first time
he will definitely score against Man City.
Like I said,
he's going to chip Ederson. Ederson's going to come out and he'll chip him. It will happen.
I said, I didn't know this is the first time he's been in the Champions League quarterfinal. So this is the most precious situation he's been in. This is my point. This ties in perfectly to my point, and that's not a shot at him because he's just not been around. I'm just waiting to see him in. Quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals are different. You know what I'm saying? In that, as us three here have all seen our team win leagues and lose leagues late on as well. When you get to them later games in the Premier League, I use that as an example. The pressure's different. Jan City is a season ticket holder. She's been to games, as has Ryan at Anfield. When you're chasing a title or trying to hold into a lead, it's different. Say again?
That Leicester game where we needed to win and it was like 0-0.
Yeah. And I bet the pressure in the ground is just different.
Yeah, it's stressful. Everyone's like quiet. Like
that's my point.
But like they're singing through like gritted teeth, like it's awkward. It's like an awkward environment. But then when Company it was like we knew we were gonna win. Like when Company was on it, no one's taking that title from him.
Yeah. That's just my whole point is that finals and quarterfinals and semi-finals and finals, obviously depending on opposition as well, are different in the Champions. All eyes on you. Like you say,
this is why I said that I thought Bayern Munich would go through over PSG, because even though PSG got to a final last year, this Bayern team have actually won it. Yeah. So I'm not saying they're going to go back to back. I don't think they will. And for that reason, they could well go out. That being said, it's one of them, and it's like Liverpool in Europe. Like normally,
I was going to say that
aren't that great, but in Europe, it doesn't matter how good they are.
It's a bit like saying, let's say Liverpool were to somehow get. I don't think we'll get past Madrid in it, but let's say we do, and we play Chelsea in the semi-finals, which is most likely one. Chelsea are a better team than us this season. I fully get that they're a better team than us, but this group of players at Liverpool and the manager have already been in 2 Champions League semi-finals and gotten through in both of them. So who would feel the more pressure, the Liverpool players or the Chelsea players? Yeah. And who would be able to handle it better? That's the thing. That's one thing that Liverpool would have an advantage on if we were to play Chelsea in the semi. Still think we'd lose, though, to be fair.
I think...
So you think you... Wait, one sec. Ryan, so do you think you beat Real Madrid and then go out to Chelsea?
I don't think we beat Real Madrid anyway. I'm saying if we did get Real Madrid? Past Real Madrid.
Okay.
No.
Just asking out interest.
Because Jan City said we would as well, so we won't,
You know what, though?
But I don't think we were going to anyway.
And they were saying that they think, because obviously when we did the predictions and when I did predictions of other people, they were actually saying, it's weird because when I did it with some American guys, Io that came on the show, when I did it with other American guys, they were all saying Man City in the final. And I was like, even the Bayern Munich fan was like, yeah, it'll be. I'm just like, that's crazy to me because I just don't see that. I'm not saying it's impossible. It is possible. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things where anything can happen in football. City have a good enough squad to go past these teams on paper. Do you know what I mean? But I just think the pressure that's going to be on Man City.
Yeah, so Mazza, big up Nipon who says hello. He's also a member. What I'm going to do is, this is to all the members who are currently watching now, any of you lot watching back, I'm going to reach out over the next few days and get you all, everyone's perks. So anyone who's a general, reach out to you, get your perks sorted. Anyone who's a soldier like Nipon is on the Sarcasm City TV, who's a part of the membership, I'll start reaching out to you all in it. Because obviously as a member, one of the perks is you get a guest appearance on a Q&A. So I'm going to start sorting it out and reaching out to all of you lot. So not this one, but I'm definitely going to reach out to you, Nippon. Definitely 1,000,000% I'll reach out to you. There you go. Real Madrid got a manager that free-painted the Champions League and won La Liga last season, but they're not favourites over Liverpool with no centre-backs.
We've got no centre-backs either.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Favourites over Liverpool with no centre-backs. Yeah, that's what he's saying. I think what it is with Real Madrid, he's saying Real Madrid got a manager that free-peated the Champions League, won La Liga last season, but they're not the favourites over you lot. With no
right, yeah, sorry.
I think what it is, Devante, the reason why they're not the favourites is because Real Madrid, that team just ran its cycle. That's what it is. It's not, if that's the team of old that free-peated, if they still have Ronaldo, they still have Bale, they still, Casemiro and Modric and Cruz are all younger. Yes, they're heavy favourites, but that team's just run its cycle.
And I think
so Liverpool.
It's like you said as well, like that whole Liverpool team, apart from Jetta, have won the Champions League recently. So it's different. You know what I mean? I know Kabak
then those Real Madrid players have as well.
Yeah, but not, the thing is, their most influential players in Ronaldo have gone. So even though they've still got obviously
Cruz, Modric, Casemiro.
But their most influential player is missing. Do you know what I mean? It's like if Man City won the Champions League, like company David Silva and Aguero, and then they all left now, people would be saying we're not favourites because the main spine that won the Champions League with us, they've gone. Do you know what I mean? So I think, do you know what? I don't know. Real Madrid are like Liverpool. That Champions League is something else. They can be terrible in the league, turn up in the Champions League and tear teams apart. So who knows? I don't think that's a very easy game to call. I think it's going to be close. I think Liverpool will go through, but it'll be close. It'll be like 2-1 or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, that team's just running cycle. That's all. All them players are old. Your Modric, your Cruz, your Casemiro, Ramos, Benzema. There's no Bale. There's no Ronaldo. Yeah, and I think that team, it's just running. That's what it is. Why do so many fans of other leagues have a grudge against the Premier League? What do you mean? Elaborate on that, Nip, and then we'll answer that. What do you mean? Devante says, yeah, but you know, whenever Zidane says this is a final, the players take their senzu beats. Don't get me wrong, Devante. If Real Madrid knock out Liverpool, I wouldn't be, what's it called, innit? I wouldn't, it wouldn't shock me. To me, that's the tie that's the tie I'm having the toughest picking. I think Chelsea knock out Porto. I think City do Dortmund, and I think PSG knock out Bayern. As wild as that may sound, in it, that fourth Real Madrid Liverpool is the one I'm most 50-50 on.
Do you know what? Because last season,
wait, Yancy, let me ask you that. Okay, Yancy, let me ask you that. What is the tie that you're most 50-50 on, including your own team?
I think it has to be. There's a few, you know. There's a few that are not. Because people are talking about Chelsea like they're already through, but
but what I'm saying is, what I'm asking though is, even though you think they're all close, which one would you not put money on? Which one do you think is the closest?
I think it has to be PSG Bayern in terms of. I still don't know. Every day I'm kind of like, ooh.
Yeah,
I don't know if so I don't think we'll know until the second leg.
What are you saying, Ryan? What are you saying? What's the top? What do you think the most 50-50 is?
I'd probably say PSG Bayern as well, because even though I think PSG will go through, I think Real Madrid battle Rose. I think Chelsea beat Porto, and I think Man City panned Dortmund, to be fair. So,
the only reason why I say about because I think Chelsea will go through as well. I think Chelsea are nailed on the final. If I'm being honest, I think they'll get to the final, regardless of who goes through out of Liverpool and Real Madrid. I think they'll beat either team in the semis. But yeah, I think the thing is, you listen, Ultra Carissa, you can't be a PSG fan saying that. But anyway,
what did he say?
He said he loves the UCL bottlers.
It's a funny name.
But PSG haven't won it either, so is what it is. But anyway, it's one of them things where last season when we got Real Madrid, everyone was like, "Oh, Real Madrid, City are out." Like I remember when we got the draw, and everyone was like, "City are out." You know what I mean? And we didn't go out to them. We went out to someone way worse. You know, but it is what it is. But I think Porto are a little bit. People are kind of sleeping on them a little bit. I'm not saying they're good enough to beat Chelsea because I think Chelsea will win over 2 legs. But I don't think it's going to be as easy as people think it's going to be for Chelsea because they.
I think it will.
Not easy, but I think they win comfortably. Like how they knocked out Atletico Madrid. It wasn't easy, but they won.
I've seen us play, even when I watched Porto against Juve, it wasn't anything special. I'll be honest, like, it really wasn't. And I've seen us batter Porto 2 years in a row. Absolutely batter them both times. Like they're not good.
Yeah. And Nippon says, one sec, they always say it's overrated. Let me get to the other comment. He said they always say it's overrated. The reason why fans say that is because fans, I don't know why I'm not like this, because I don't get involved in these arguments nowhere where people try and debate the best league. It's a nonsense argument. It's an imaginary title. It doesn't change or mean anything. So someone says to me, if I have on one hand and I have a fan saying the Premier League's the best in the world, it's better than La Liga and the German league and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Same way if I have a Spanish fan saying it's La Liga's the best, it's an imaginary title. You don't get anything for it. You get nothing for
your own league. You care the most about your own league. That's the difference.
Yeah, I care the most about the Premier League. Do I care if it's the best? I don't care if the Premier League was the 100th best league in the world. Yeah. I'm Manchester United winning it. That's all I'm fussed about. I couldn't care less about what the league is, but I think it's one of them people just like to argue over imaginary titles, because I've gotten that in the past, like in my years ago, and I'm like, why am I debating this? Because it doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Let's say something.
Good.
To Man City, the Man City guy, who clearly is weird, but anyway, him, we have already got past the quarterfinals, so that's not valid. And to Akin, who gives a shit about a runner-up medal? If Man City get to the final, I want to win it. I'm not going to be. If Man City get to the final this season and lose, you will not find me on here saying, "But we got to a final." There, it's not going to happen. I don't care. I want to get to the final and win. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
If we lose the Carabao Cup final, am I going to be on here bragging? Well, at least we got to the final. No, it's worse. Probably get kicked out before, and then at least you don't have to lose the final. Like
Devante says, nah, but whichever league you rate higher also affects how you rate their players in their respective leagues. Not really. Lewandowski is a quality player. Yeah. I don't really watch the Bundesliga like that. I don't, from what I've seen, I don't think too highly of it. I don't really think too highly of La Liga, but it doesn't stop me rating a Messi. It doesn't stop me rating a Dembele. It doesn't stop me rating a Benzema. I still think Benzema is one of the most underrated strikers.
I agree.
In the past, he's been at, but however long he's been at Real Madrid, 15 years. Yes,
I think
very disrespected, extremely disrespected for what he's done.
His all-round game is brilliant.
Yes, but that doesn't. Even though La Liga's dipped, it doesn't stop me from rating him. So nah, not really. It doesn't. If I rate you, I rate you, because more time, if you're that good, I'll see you in the Champions League, and then we'll see how really good you are. But yeah, that's just my fault.
This Man City no Champions League UCL bottlers guy really doesn't like you, you know. Good gunning for you.
He says here, I've said it before that the Carabao Cup final has Jose Shal's 1-0 written all over it. Before the draw,
it'll be bloody Kane.
Before that, Kane will have a good game.
It's gonna be Kane now. It's gonna be Kane.
I think Chelsea do in the semi-final.
Kane 1-0 penalty. Watch. Put a bet on it. And put like whatever you're gonna put on it. And then give me half of the winnings when you win.
All right, go on. What is it? Kane, what? 1-0 penalty?
Yeah.
I'll take the odds. I'll have
what do you recommend City win this season then?
I think they win the league and the Carabao Cup.
Win 2 out of 4.
You know, I think they win all 4. I'll be honest. I think
you win.
I think what
we get 100. Hey, Flawless, we get 100 quid each from Man City if that happens.
Yeah, because that's the drink money. That's what that is.
But it depends though, because I think if Man City, because of the order that it's in, we will already know if we play Dortmund twice. So and there's league games in between it. I think Leeds in the middle and Leicester before it. So we play Leicester, then we play Dortmund, then we play Leeds, then we play Dortmund again. So by the time we get to that Chelsea semi-final in the FA Cup, we will already know whether we've gone out in Europe or not. If we've gone out in Europe, Man City probably go all for that FA Cup because they know they've gone out in Europe. So I think they would be a lot more likely to win that game against Chelsea if they are through in Europe than they are. Sorry, if they're not through in Europe than if they go out. So that will depend. So if we say we go out of Europe, I think we progress past Chelsea in the FA Cup. I think if we don't go out to Dortmund, it could go either way. I think the League Cup is then after that. So we'll know whether we're still in the FA Cup or Europe. So it could be a point where we get to the Spurs game and it's only that's the last game that we can win. Because the league, I think we've already going to have wrapped it up by then. So that game could literally be our only other trophy that we can win. So it just depends, because if we're in all 4 competitions, it's going to be different to if we're only in the Carabao Cup and the Prem. So I think it will depend on what happens in the other trophies. I don't think it's realistic to win 4 trophies. So I think it's a case of if we go through in the Champions League and then we go out of the FA Cup, then we'll probably win the Carabao Cup or vice versa.
I reckon 2 out of 4.
I don't know. I think 2, yeah.
I said 2. Me and Yan City do agree on most things.
I think they win all 4. I think they win all 4, but I think that if they're not going to win one, I think the one they might not win is actually the FA Cup. I think they win the league, the Carabao Cup, and the Champions League. But I think
we're not good at the FA Cup. The FA Cup is something that we don't win very often. We've won the FA Cup twice in the last.
Chelsea's trophy is the due one. Chelsea never go longer than 2 years without winning a trophy, and it's 2021.
If City don't win it,
Chelsea gonna knock out City.
I think it depends though, because like I was saying when you went off, I was saying if Man City are out of Europe, I think they go for that FA Cup, because actually, like as much as Chelsea do well, Man City have played in previous years 2 seasons, 2 semi-finals against Chelsea, and we've won both. So I don't really know how it would go, but the semi-finals that we have been in recently, we have actually won. I'm not saying we're going to win this season, because I honestly don't know. But yeah, it's one of them. I think we'll see. I'm not really too fussed.
Did, man. Shouts to Romero. She said Harry Maguire saved England today. They would have drew or lost the second half. Yeah, man. That's what Harry Maguire did. It was a great finish, though. The finish was absolutely fire. Absolutely, like, I'm like, yo, you need to do that for United, fam. What's going on? Here we go. Big up my guy, Deviant. He said, if you could watch any former player for your team, who would it be? For me, it's got to be for the team. If you could watch any former player for your team, who would it be? For me, it's got to be. Who's that? Man was the keeper and penalty taker. I thought he was tricking me with the name. I thought Deviant was trying to think because I'm tired. That's why I didn't say the name. I thought it was one of them trick names like Dick inside him. I thought it was one of them. That's why. I have no idea. Who is that?
Can I make a comment before you think, right? These people, Gabrielle, I don't know why people overhype Man City as a club. No one overhypes Man City. Man City have put themselves in a conversation where we challenge for all 4 trophies every season. That's a fact. That's not an opinion, right? Whether we win or not is different, but we challenge. So we're not overrated. Overrated is a team that are sat in second place and people realistically thought they were going to win the league under Oli. That's overrated. You know, a team that hasn't won the league since 2004, 5, whenever it was, that's overrated. But people still talk about them like they're one of the best in the country. They're overrated. A team that waited 30 years to win a Premier League title, that's overrated. So don't come with the whole overrated bullshit with Man City, because it ain't running. So,
one thing I'll say about Chelsea, I've said this before, Lewis, and I say it again, I think you make the final. I think you make the final.
I think they win it if they play Man City.
I don't think they play Man City. I think they lose out.
You're the most pessimistic fan I've ever met in my life.
That's what they're losing it to. They're losing it to masterclass from Mauricio.
The pressure will be so much higher. I think if we play like a Real Madrid or a Porto in the final, it's different. I just think the pressure to play against Chelsea I think it becomes like a Leon game where we're
I get your point. You
to win
got a
or-
point. Yeah, you got a point.
They would look at us, they'd look at the Premier League table and they'd say, right, Man City finished this many points clear of Chelsea. Man City won this, whatever we've won. And they'd say, Man City are favourites. And I think that pressure goes against us. And I think Chelsea would beat us in the final. And I think Liverpool would as well, because obviously, like I said before,
I don't think we'd beat you this year.
I've got the experience.
I think if we had our,
you don't, because it would be.
I think if we had our team from last year and the year before, I'd say we'd beat you in the final, but not this year.
I think you know what? I think Yancy is on point. What she's saying about Chelsea in the final makes sense. It makes Lewis is about to pop in at any moment. But yes, what she's saying in it, if City play Chelsea in the Champions League final, I would favour them.
That's not Adil. That's not actually true. So we'd won a league before. Okay, the Premier League, yeah, we had to wait for him to win the Premier League. Great. That's what happens when you get investment. If you look at your history, I'm sure you will find some investment where trophies came off the back of that. Because I know for a fact United have that in their history, Liverpool have that in their history, Arsenal probably have that in their history. Every single club has that in their history. So that's not a thing. That's not a thing. You're trying to make it a thing, but it's not a thing. So
big up to NB for this comment. He says, another thing, Jan, why you wrote about a team that can't even chat to Dynamo Zagreb and their manager was in the penner and still called a massacre. Kiss my teeth. Facts. Before you get to that, I need to get to this from Lewis. He says, Pochettino's bottling another final to the king of Paris, Thomas Tuchel's tricky European blues. Nah, never in it. That wasn't Poch. Nah. That was not Poch. That was because of Tottenham and their DNA.
Yeah, but Tottenham, it's the history of the Tottenham.
That's what it is, the history of the Tottenham. That's not my guy who he's magic, like, Pochettino, Kylian, them man winning the Champions League, I'm telling you, and I love that song.
You still got your heart set on him going to United, don't you?
Oh, defo, after he wins the Champions League with PSG in my dream world, yeah, all I have is hope. This is all I have in it. He wins the Champions League there, then everyone can't say, what's he won? Blah, blah, blah. You get me? And all these Egypts who like Ollie, but want to doubt somebody like Poch.
He wins the Champions League. You know where he's going, right?
Hey, let's say that. Yancy, I thought we friends in that. Why is there any need? All right, people's show's over.
I'm scared of you getting named Poch.
Thank you very much.
Straight to Man City.
Thank you very much.
If he wins the Champions League, he's got that Man City contract.
See, right? With United, I'm scared of United getting Graham Potter because I honestly think he could take them to the top. I don't know what's so funny.
Good. We're not. The thing is, right? Listen, yeah. Man City are not overhyped in Europe. We perform the best in the Premier League, season in, season out. Even when we don't win it, we usually have the best squad on paper, ever, or do the best in Europe. If you look past couple of seasons, most of the time, apart from when Liverpool and Tottenham got to the final, most of the time we're one of, if not the last team standing in Europe. So that's why Man City have the credit. It's just like, come on now, seriously, these people. And Pep won it as a player, so you can't say you can't win it without blah, blah, blah.
Manager.
Wait, who was you mimicking there? You can't win it without.
Messi. Oh, you can't win it without Messi. So what? Like, oh, come on now.
You doing the pressure out there.
You know,
you can't win it without Messi. Listen, you can't win it without Messi, yeah?
I love that. You know what it is? I love seeing people mimic people's voices when they don't agree with their opinions. Here's the thing about Yancy being pessimistic, but before we get to that, we got to introduce the king of spin, the patroller of the AC penitentiary.
Akim, where did you finish?
Why are you always, that's the yes, fam, what are you saying? Apart from Yancy interrupting your intro again, fam, man's blessed. What are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, we're all good, ready to smack City, potentially in 3 different competitions. I'm feeling confident. We got the Champions League. It's in Tuchel's hands already. You can see it.
This guy. That being said, I think you lot get to the final and have a good chance. You know what I'm saying? But not if you face he's magic. No chance, mate. It ain't no but. That's the history of Tottenham. That's not in him.
Yeah, and the history of Tottenham's in this. What was that?
Don't you think Tuchel would be determined to beat PSG though?
Definitely.
Like, imagine how much fire he'll have.
All of their weaknesses. Every single one.
You know why? Because Poch turned up in Paris and won a trophy within 2 games and that. You know what I'm saying? Levels to this and that.
French league.
Levels to this. Yeah, French league. Fuck off.
I was going to say that. It's not quite Chelsea Football Club in the Champions League final.
Yeah. Whatever, he won a trophy in it. That's what I'm saying. I'm going down this hill. Salute to Nippon, who says Flawless knows he's chatting shit to an extent. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. In that chat, pure was in it. That's what man is here for already.
You just don't want to see the inevitable, because you'd actually have to back us if we got to a final with City.
Yes, I would. Get me? Unfortunately, and you know how
on the watch along with us celebrating when Christensen scores the winner, it'll be seen.
I will not be celebrating. I'll just be like, it's the lesser of two evils. Say again?
You know, if Man City get to the final, I'm not even watching that. Wait,
yeah. Don't
if
be
Man City played Liverpool in the Champions League final, Flawless isn't going to speak to us for like a year.
No chance.
If Man City played Liverpool in the final.
No chance. I would look at the footballing gods.
Can I just say something, right? Akin, stop chatting shit in the chat, innit? We don't want to win the Europa because we're not shit enough to be in the Europa.
Hey, that hurt my feelings. All right, relax, man.
We're not. Like, it is what it is.
Relax, man.
People, but just chatting shit, innit?
I'd rather you call him a virgin at this point. Stop attacking my team. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you call him... You had City been out here calling man virgins and that.
It's not my fault. If you can't get a woman, like, go to sleep, man. It's 2:41 in the morning. Why are you here? Like the video and then go to bed. Like, you've got school in the morning.
I like the video first as well.
Say that again, Lewis.
I just said I like that. I like the video as well.
Yeah. Like the video as well. Mbappe versus Christensen.
I big up Babs in the comments section. Come on, G.
Yeah. Why is there two Ryans as he froze? Mad thing. He froze in it. I didn't realize. There you are. I was thinking, right, well, go on. Are you back, Ryan? Yeah.
Dodgy, yeah.
No way. You think Mbappe stands a chance? Sorry, man. You think he gets locked up with everybody else?
Oh, you know how unbearable they
ain't no one special.
Oh my god.
Just a Ninja Turtle, bruv. He's still getting pocketed by Christensen.
You know how unbearable this guy would be if there was an actual picture of Christensen with the Champions League.
What will be funny is when Christensen gives away a penalty in the dying seconds and then Mbappe.
Oh no.
That will be worse for you.
Might have to cancel the phone then, I can't lie.
Yeah. People are waiting for him. You see the same way people are waiting, like for me, it's like Ronaldo to fail, Mauricio Pochettino to fail. People are waiting for Christensen to fail on your end and that. They're waiting for him.
Yeah, they are. But it's been 12 games for club and country and no opposition player has scored against him. This streak's going. We could be beating the Undertakers at this rate. It's mad.
Oh my god. Wait until you run into Brock Lesnar.
That kind of record for a bit still. He was like, no one scored against him for time.
Yeah, but look, I'm worried about our next game, and it's fucking West Brom. It's because all of our players have been forced to play the last round of internationals. So I'm thinking if there's a banana slip, it's going to be West Brom because it's fucking Sam Allardyce.
Oh yeah, that's definitely got Big Sam written all over it. Yeah, big up
early kick off and everything.
Oh yeah, I feel for you having to get out for that early kick from. I do. Having to do a watch along and all them things.
It's long, man.
I feel for you and that. You don't speak
to 12:32. We never do well on an early kickoff. It's always dead.
Facts. I hate them.
Dupe, we are the level that they aspire to be at currently. So it is what it is.
Big up Babs. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He said you don't sleep. Nah, Babs, man. We out here working and that. You know what I'm saying? And that. You gotta stay on the block, hustling, working. It don't stop. Big up Babs. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Of course, make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel as well, man. Carefree Lewis G. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Check out all the shows from today as well, including Agenda FC, which was hosted by myself and Lewis. Cool, calm, and collected.
Balling was good. I like that.
Yeah. Something different, hosted by myself and Mr. Aaron United, was cool, calm, and collected. So yeah, man, make sure you check me out on Bits and Bobs, his channel as well. Yeah, Jan's always ready. Jan ready to go out anybody's neck. Jan, this is why I stay clear of her in it. Like I rile her up and then I chill in it. You know what I'm saying? But she won't flame me like she flames you lot in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's on you lot. Yeah, man, loving the title that G.
It's just dumb shit. Like all your dumb opinions and expect me, oh, your club was good. And then you look at who they support and it's like people say the same shit about your club.
Man.
It's like, you're Real Madrid and you're chatting shit about Champions League, then I'll accept it. But your team, come on now.
You're saying Arsenal, basically. You talk about Arsenal fans.
It's not even Arsenal. It's Chelsea fans going on with themselves. Like, come on now.
Speaking of
what
Chelsea,
do we do?
Your fans.
Shit in it like they've won 75 Champions Leagues and Man City are on one. That's just not the case. Or on nil, sorry.
Yeah, I
So
can't
maybe-
lie. That's all we have on Man City. We shamelessly chant that every away day. We were 5-0 down to Man City and we were still chanting it. It was hilarious. And the worst
Having
part
a
is,
European
City
club
fans were
gives you
getting
so much
rattled
power.
by it. There was this little big kid who was next to us. The guy's just trying, "Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that." His face is going red. He's fuming. And we're like, "You're 5-0 up, bruv. Why are you angry?"
You know why? Because people want to be angry. Imagine you're 5-0 up and you're angry about what the other teams.
I think it's
crowd
just the same bullshit every game, and
Oh,
it
you're
gets
5-0 up though. And all you gotta sing back is "We're 5-0 up." That's it, and
They
then that's
took
it.
the
Dead.
piss with us. They were
People-
chanting "Bring back Mourinho" and everything.
What
The
were they
ones
saying,
next to
Mourinho?
the away fans are loud. Like they say, City don't have fans, but I'll be real. The ones who are close to the away fans are rowdy as fuck, but it's good. I like it. Last season, I was getting nose canisters dashed at my head and 20p coins and shit. It's wild.
Yeah, Man City dash shit. Do you know what though? That a lot of people are saying they should move the away fans to the other side of the stadium, so it's like back and forth, rather than having everyone sort of there. And then we have like no wall because our stadium is like the loudest fans that we have are separated by the away fans, so it makes the stadium shit when really
I don't see a difference though. Like I'd see like the home fans to the right of us start a chant, and then the ones to the left of us keep it going, and you were going back and forth over us. Granted, we weren't saying anything because you scored like 4 goals in 25 minutes. It was just a fuckery. But yeah, like I don't. If there's a wall, it's right there, and it's fucking loud. I'll give you lot credit for that.
It is like with City, like where I sit, people don't really sing in it because of where it is. So it's a bit. I do sing, but it's annoying. I prefer away games because then you can like
you can proper get into it, innit?
Yeah,
You know,
Where I
I
sit,
can't wait to get
Anfield,
to games. Where do you sit at Anfield? You don't sit in the cup end, do you? How far away are you from the cup?
Anfield Road. It's
Is
the
that far? I have
complete
no
opposite
idea.
side. The complete
Oh, is
opposite.
You ever been in the cup end?
Couple of times, yeah, a couple of times.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Even though they were pretty dead games, it's still a lot better than where I usually sit.
Yeah, man, because you get everyone singing. That's all I'm there for. To shout abuse
And you
at
get
players
you get
and
to stand
opposite
up as
fans.
well, man.
Yeah.
I hate sitting down at home games, man.
It's like you want to watch along or something. It's like, yo, man's here to sing, shout abuse at players and shout abuse at 20,000 or 30,000 people. That's what I mean. I'm running bants and jokes, isn't it? That's all I'm there for, literally. If the team wins, excellent in that. If we're losing, you're just going to get more abuse.
Though, because if you're in the away fans and like people would just be like they'll be dissing like some woman, like, "Oh, you fat bitch in the coat," and like you know it's about you and it's peak, man. It's peak. Like I'm glad no one ever picks up on me because I think I would crumble in that.
But you know what the problem is now? Because Lewis,
fan saying "you fat bitch," like that's harsh.
You just gotta fight some shit back. Like I wouldn't call a woman a fat bitch, but I would sing something about her, innit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'd say, but we'd come up with something. I'd be like, yo, someone come up with something quick and let's just put this chant together.
Especially if you wait.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
They need to have fans in this final.
Here's the thing, though.
They are,
you know what?
it's going to be 20,000.
There's going to be 20,000. Okay.
Oh, I need to be one of them 20,000 because I like playing against it.
You know what?
Have you ever seen Tottenham win the league? Have you? Fuck, I love that song. It's one of them.
You know what the problem is? And Lewis will be testament to this, but it's because now we're all doing YouTube. It's going to get to the point where we all going to get recognized at some point in that. So that's going to be the mad thing in that. Because Lewis, I bet you get that from rival fans, innit?
It does happen a bit.
It happen a bit from rival fans. Yeah. Because that could happen. And they start singing and shit. Because they're going to recognize you and them things there.
Yeah, I can't lie. There's some away days where I have to go like proper, like everything hidden. Like Tottenham away for fuckery. Arsenal away ain't shit. I'll be real. I walk around with my Baku shirt chanting and shit. I don't give a fuck at Arsenal. But West Ham and Spurs, United as well. That's probably it, really.
They on your case like that, yeah.
Yeah, those are the only ones where it's a bit mad. Like Spurs, I know Spurs is wild. Like someone did a Chelsea chant and we nearly got set on by 9 men last season. It was fun.
Wait, elaborate on that. You gotta tell that story before we go.
No, we were just doing fan cams outside White Hart Lane and we were just walking off and I'm walking off and I'm thinking, cool, we've got through all of this.
Yeah.
No one's said nothing to us. We ain't even bumped in Spurs fans. We're fine. One of my drunk mates just does one Chelsea chant, just says Chelsea, and then a guy turns around. And he's just like, "What? Fuck Chelsea! Fuck Chelsea! Fuck Chelsea!" Just straight up to his face. And I'm thinking like, I can't even look at this guy because my face is bait enough as it is. All I need is one person to say, "Ain't you that Chelsea vlogging cunt?" And that's it. We're all fucked. So we're just walking and we get to White Hart Lane station. Just by the time we get to a corner shop, I turn around. There's like 9 Tottenham fans right next to us. It's like, who's doing that Chelsea chant? And then one of my mates tried saying something, and I'll be real, nothing really happened of it. They just started standing there. But I'll be real, fucking hell, like every single time we go Tottenham away, some of this shit happens. Every time.
It's gotta be.
I think the guy said one of them tried to fucking kick his knee out, but other than that, no one really tried to start shit with the others because everyone else just kept walking. But literally one Chelsea chant, you know, and it caused all of this shit. One Chelsea chant.
Chelsea, I could imagine it. Fuck, I could imagine it. So you gotta be careful, man. You got away days and that. You can't just be out there.
Nobody said nothing, but then he had to make one Chelsea chant. We nearly had 9 Spurs fans on us.
Yes, man. And as well. Congrats to you, because I've seen you've been back out vlogging as well, fam. Like actually out. You know what I'm saying? Human contact and all that. Was it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. As soon as the weather got good, we're like, yeah, let's go out and film something. I can't be asked for this shit. Good thing is the bridge is nearby to me, so it's only a little cycle trip.
Yeah, man. Big when I seen it, I was like, that's good, man. Soon getting back to normal and that. And Bala MB is giving you your flowers. He said Lewis might be a double dickhead due to his Arsenal slander, but because of how jokes he is, he's on the list of rival fans I can't hate, not gonna lie. I completely agree with that. I hate when he slanders United, but it's funny, innit? You know what I'm saying? And that. Like, funny is funny at the end of the day, and it is bants over everything. Literally, that's what it is. You lot get the likes up as well.
Can I just say to the people in the people on the comments who have spent the last hour talking about Man City,
Jesus Christ,
I'd say you're probably a little bit obsessed. That's all I'm saying, isn't it?
Yeah, where's the fucking coffee? We about to go shortly, in it, because I am tired. I ain't gonna lie, Zane. I am tired.
MOT in the morning, man. That means I've got to get up early.
So you better get your ass up early. Ryan, do you remember with the time when you guys slapped ass and asked them to start singing with fucking shit?
Yeah, that was 2017. I remember that.
I rate that, man, innit? Some self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that is.
I wish that more.
Big up J Socials. He said, hope everyone's doing well. Channel is always live. Salute to my guy J Socials. He's one of the members on the channel. And you're going to see him on the channel soon, probably during this month on another show and that. So, yeah. Salute to J Socials. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Also, Touchline Talks. Subscribe to his channel. Yep, Jan is off on one again.
You can't say you're not obsessed when your name is Man City and then something after it. You can't. My name isn't even Man City. It's Jan City. Come on, man.
That name's a piss take.
We got a point.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine my name is Man United. Our shit. Why is Man United in my name? Am I a fan?
Yeah.
It's weird. Weird shit.
Oh, bro, that name's mad.
I laughed.
You see how pointless.
You know what's funny though? If Man City were to do a blackness season, yeah, and win the Champions League, these people are gonna not be in the chat. Do you know what I mean? These people are gonna be gone, email deleted, saying they like tennis and all this crap. Like, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I hear you. I was just laughing at Lewis. Yo, Lewis is
it's just such a pointless thing to do.
See, this is what happened with Lewis, because he got my sense of humor, because I bust up when I first seen it at that, yo. It doesn't have anything to do with anything in that. It has nothing to do with nothing.
It's just a needless shot, jokes.
Do you know what? Like, the thing is, though, these people that go, imagine supporting a small plastic club, right? At the end of the day, yeah, if I wanted to support
let's go, yeah,
a club on paper, then I would pick a team. I pick Man City because I'm Manc, and it's the only club in Manchester. That's why I pick Man City. So it is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, and Gabrielle, you can say what you want to say, but PSG got to the final last season after spending 200 million in 2 different transfer windows. Did they pay their way to the Champions League final, or were they just better than the other teams? That's
Thomas Tuchel.
Oh yeah, Thomas Tuchel who fucked up in it. So Poch gonna show him how it's done. Innit?
Thomas Tuchel wasn't playing in the final, was he?
Hey, it was his team because had he had won it, you would not have shut up about it. You know what I'm saying in that.
The thing
So
is,
they'd won it. Chelsea would have
where I
won
won't
it,
stop
PSG.
Say that again, Lewis.
It's just this year where I won't stop talking. Last year they ain't my club. Fuck
Yeah,
PSG.
but
I don't like
but
them
you ain't.
either, dickheads.
Nah. PSG is the team I want.
PSG fans scare me, man.
I got too much. Why go on?
PSG away is meant to be a madness.
Is it?
PSG fans, PSG away fans when they came to Anfield was scary, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Go on, what happened in it? That makes you say this?
I don't know, man, because that season we won the Champions League where we played PSG in the group. Where my seat at Anfield for the Champions League that season was literally like right next to the away fans. Literally, the only thing between me and my dad and the PSG fans were the police and stewards. Like we were that close. Honestly, man, they were mental, and outside the stadium as well. Like honestly, they were mental, man. Like, and one of them was like
dangerous.
trying to threaten me in it, like threaten me and my dad in it.
Really?
Mostly when Firmino scored last minute, and I was giving him shit. To be fair, but,
Yeah, so you antagonizing them like you're saying does to people. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. But I kind of regret.
I'd be giving it all that. Like I said, if you ever hear that I got beat up or attacked or someone tried to attack me at a football ground, I 100% deserved it. I'm just letting you know in it. Whatever
I'll be real. I've had better experiences with PSG fans because I've seen them twice. We played them twice at the bridge when I've gone, and every single time PSG fans are always drinking in my flat. So I go past with my Chelsea shirt, and to be honest, all the interactions were pretty good, and I was on my ones as well. So I'm surprised to hear that they're violent. I do agree that they're mental, though.
I want to see them. They were like throwing backs and points and shit. I had problems with Napoli fans. With the Napoli fan outside the stadium once, he was about.
Yeah, Italian fans are fucked though. No,
yeah,
like Roma,
scary,
Napoli, like Italian away days. I'm not doing. I've already cancelled that. Unless it's the San Siro, I'm not going. I can't.
So you'd only go to the San Siro.
I'd go to the San Siro to go to the San Siro, but I'm not going Napoli. Never in my life. You will never see me at Napoli.
That was Napoli that bad. Did so happen?
Actually, no. Roma. I was going to go before anyway, but I wouldn't go Napoli. I know Napoli's fucked, and we also know what Italian football's like in it. So I'm not really good. Apparently, these lot they'll fight. They can tell if you're English just by listening to your accent, and if you do, stabbed in the arse. Because it's easier to get stabbed in the arse in another area because you get more time if you end up actually killing them in it.
Mad. Is how they're going on. Mad.
Yeah, Italian away days is crazy. Like you'll genuinely get fucked up if you're in a group.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going. Yeah, forget them. This is good to know, innit? You know what I'm saying?
European aways are fun, but they're also a madness.
What's the best European away you've been?
Ajax.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. Yeah, no surprise.
Ajax,
no surprise, yo.
Bro, the whole day, like it was a 1-0 away win, and Batshuayi got a last-minute winner. That and the fact we went through nearly a half ounce the entire day, and we were just singing with the Chelsea fans. It was a ridiculous experience. But we've had a few good ones. There was Atletico Madrid away as well when Mishi got the last-minute winner there as well. Literally last kick of the game. That was my first ever European away. It was fucking carnage. And then there was also the Barca one where he lost 3-0 and Courtois opened his legs like a sket for 90 minutes. Ruined the experience. And we got jumped on by Barca ultras before the match. No, in fact, Spanish police in general, Spanish police are fucking arseholes.
Yeah,
they sent us down a road the wrong way to the Nou Camp just to get jumped by Barca ultras with fucking pepper spray and golf balls and shit. It was madness. They were going after anyone in the Chelsea shirt. I was just lucky I had my shirt like taped up. But my mate lost his girl in there and everything, and it was all mad. So it was just like, wait, what the fuck? Then you go to the Nou Camp, which, by the way, complete shithole. No, I don't want to hear any magic that's a glorious stadium or anything like that. It is a dump that needs renovation immediately. Disgraceful ground. Also, Spanish police, again, arseholes. Any excuse to beat the shit out of you if they want to. Yeah. I saw one guy just get banged in the jaw just for asking for a direction or some shit. After the game, we all got penned in. Well, they all started penning in Chelsea fans to the point where people inside were suffocating, and anyone that fell out of the fucking penning was getting stomped out by the police. Jesus, it was all fucked, bruv. Spanish police, they take the piss.
Yeah, that's nuts. I didn't know that. Man said send you down the wrong way.
Clubs. Arsenal,
you
like DT spoke about his time at Atletico Madrid where they set a dog on him when he was asking to go toilets. There's a video of an Arsenal fan who just backs into a police officer by accident, gets licked in the head with a baton, who's knocked out clean on the floor. Spurs fans in Seville. I'm sure Liverpool have had some experiences as well. Every English club that goes to
Man City fans complain about Spain.
Yeah,
it always happens.
Yeah.
That's
I've not been to away days because I go to away games on my own, so I'm not going to go to Europe on my own.
Nah. Never do European aways on your own. You do
That's why
because it's still fun. But it's just, I wouldn't really hang around with the fans too much. I'd go around and do my thing and then go into the grounds because you get in more trouble like that. The police are always just on your case regardless because you're English fans, and English fans still have a bad rep from the 80s.
Yeah.
That's half the reason why we get the shit that we get in Spain, because they always put the fiercest police on us and they're all just arseholes.
That's mad. Man said selling
That's
the
Spanish
wrong
away
way down.
days for you.
Mad. I didn't know them things there. That's crazy.
Apparently Dortmund's a good away day. That's why people are pissed that City can't go. Because normally everyone would be in Dortmund, you say.
Yeah, German away days I've heard are calm. Like that's for me. I was gonna go Bayern away, but then lockdown happened. Proper pissed me off. Although to be honest, we were 3-0 down the first leg anyway. There wasn't really any point. It was just for the trip. But I've heard Germany away days are good. I'd go any of the top 5 leagues away days as European aways, except maybe Syria. Anywhere else in Eastern Europe, I have to really look at the country first.
You gotta check it. Hey, be careful, Eastern Europe, and that. Be very careful.
That's why I did no Europa League away days, because we literally did an Eastern European tour for most of it, and I was like, yeah, no. To be fair, I could have gone Frankfurt, but I was going to go Baku until I realized they proper took the piss with those prices.
Nah, that's fair enough. I hear you. No. Fair. You got to be careful in that. Like you said, especially, it's like being black going out in places or just not white. You know what I'm saying? You
Chelsea
have to be very
fans
careful.
don't even back me like that, so I know I ain't going to be safe.
Yeah, because you said that in the past you've had issues with Chelsea fans. You get me?
Oh, yeah. Half the match going away fan base hate me with a burning passion.
Is that just because you block?
Yeah.
Mad.
You know what?
And also because I kind of sent for Churchill as well, the Black Lives Matter stuff.
I remember you
and
telling me.
they're all right wing as fuck. So
yeah.
I've had a few people getting my head.
People don't even like him. It's only these weird 50-year-old, 60-year-old white people that love Churchill. Like people
that's Kelsey.
I can't stand him.
But that's Kelsey for you. That's literally Chelsea. Like our average season ticket age is, I think, in the 40s.
Yeah.
Yo, just be careful for a minute when you be heading to games and that. You know what I'm saying?
I always have to be careful. I don't.
Yeah.
Everything happens and I'm on my own, so I'm never on my own.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just not sure if I'm doing aways next season or not.
Because of everything and that. Make sure if you do aways, fam, you with your what's it called, isn't it? You with your squad though. Still, mad.
Yeah, it's nuts. A fuckery, bro. Politics is everywhere.
Yeah, man. I could imagine in that. Man said, yeah, especially with Chelsea fans thinking that as well and liking Churchill and stuff like that.
Why would you like Churchill? He was not a good person.
Each to their own, innit? As long as you don't
because
be
one racist stopped another racist, and 2 wrongs make a right.
It's fuckery, yo.
Well, did you heard what he was doing in Kenya? It's like saying, I like Hitler. He was all right when he was enslaving all them people.
They don't know that. They only know what happened in their country. So he saved us from Hitler. So it don't matter. We can ignore his racism. It's fine.
And Hitler and keep it moving. Clearly, you have no morals. Like
I really would just like to have my own opinion, but a lot of them just don't want me to have it. Although, to be honest, I just think it was just vindication. They all had a reason they could actually hate me now instead of just hating me for vlogging.
Hate you for vlogging and that. That's nuts, right? Because you don't like someone's opinion. You don't watch. You don't affect the team whatsoever. And that people are like you picking the team and the tactics and that. Like you sat with Roman. Like you're sat with Roman.
Works with these man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the crazy part.
Done that and failed with it.
Yeah, like are you sat with Lampard in the in the Chelsea what's it called locker room and that? You in the changing room together.
Thank God we weren't in grounds this season. That Lampard ending could have been a million times more toxic than it really was.
But you say you weren't ever very critical of Lampard anyway.
If I was in the ground watching that shit, I would have sounded a lot more critical of him.
And that's the thing.
Bro,
Any Lampard criticism would not be tolerated in those grounds, even if we're 3-0 down to Man City in 20 minutes. They still won't care. And I'll just be sitting there like, why the fuck was Kante the only guy behind for a free kick? And we got countered for the third goal. But they won't say that. They'll still chant Frankie Lampard's name. And then there'll just be bare fights in the grounds and shit. It would have been so toxic.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If
when
Gerrard becomes Liverpool manager and he does shit, I'll be booing him. I don't care. Innit?
All I want to say is, yo, just be careful for a minute, because we don't want to lose any of you, man.
Yeah.
To any of that shit. Like, I already know when I'm.
The maddest fights at football, you know.
Yeah, I bet you have, innit? It's like you got to defend. This is why me at OT, I'm like, you got to be careful. Got to be careful in that. Like, don't want to lose any of you, man, to anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And that it's only football. Big up J Socials on the super chat. He says, teaching us how to move in the streets of London. Love hearing your stories. Yeah, man. Lewis is letting us know in that. You know what I'm saying? And that. But yeah, you're right. You would have been more critical if you're in the ground watching that. That's a very, very valid point. And then it could have become toxic.
You see it a different way in the ground as well. And also, I paid my money to come into this. And this is the shit I'm seeing. And then we've got £250 million to go to Leicester away, potentially. Watch us lose 2-0. And then I'll be on the coach back home and just read the press conference and find that Lampard said this team ain't good enough to win the league. I'm just like, what? Here's the thing. We're 14 points clear of behind Man City right now. 14 points. Under Lampard, the period where we failed, we lost to Wolves, we lost to Everton, we lost to Arsenal, we lost to Manchester City, we lost to Leicester. That's 15 points. And this team weren't good enough to win the league. But we've been unbeaten since then. So fans still sit there and defend that.
Yeah. You got a point. You have a point. That's me. Nah, what he's saying here, Akin, about political views have nothing to do with it. What he's saying is that when the whole Black Lives Matter incident was that was all going on and all the protests and everything like that, because Lewis was backing it, some of the Chelsea fans didn't like him for that. Yeah. So that's what he's saying.
Yeah, and I agree what does political views have to do with football, but when you're about to get rushed for it, then it's got something to do with football, isn't it?
And the fans that are racist at football, a lot of that is to do with it. It's not separate to their political views. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, what Nathan's saying, don't hate me for liking Churchill. I'm not hating you for liking him. I'm just saying he nearly got my great granddad killed. So he's not a fan. We're not a fan of him in my family because, my great granddad very nearly died because of him. So, it's a no from me. But it is what it is.
So, yeah, that's what it is.
But what's their opinions? It's just live by that on both sides, isn't it?
Facts. And what's even mad is about these men being racist would then cheer a black player when they score a goal for their team.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's like slavery when it happened. Like they used to enslave black people, but then they still sleep with black women and have kids and have black women raising their children and stuff like that. They're not bothered. Like racist people will use a black person to get what they want. That's why they'd have, slaves in the house and stuff like that. So it's not about when they see it as a player, they don't see the player as a person. They see him as an object that's going to make their team win a trophy. So it's like they don't see it as, oh, I really like Sterling because he's a good player. They see Sterling, as a black guy that's just basically doing a job. The minute he does something wrong, that, next minute the racism comes out and you see what they really think. So I think it's just one of them. It's just me personally, I don't get it. I don't think football is the sport for you if you're racist. Like it just makes no sense. But there's always going to be them people. So
I'll be done in like microwaves, like little things like why are all these fucking tourists at my club and shit like that. Little microwaves like that.
Yeah, but it's even things like this is why I get so annoyed when people say oil money, because it's just like things like that. It's like
have racial undertones.
Yeah, it comes from that. Like if they were black, it would be another word and then money. You know what I mean? Like the fact that it's oil is just that they happen to be Arab. If they were something else, it would be a different way of slandering them. So, I get it when white people say it if you want, but when you've got black and Asian people going oil money, it's like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Makes no sense to me.
I hate that, innit? Like, I'd never use the thing, like I said, I'm much more
I'm Chelsea.
much
I can't throw any sort of money about anywhere.
even with the money,
you grew the same way we did. I don't care. I rate it.
yeah, man's much. I'm too creative in that. If I'm gonna go out City, I'm gonna create something better than just talk about their money. Like I say, that's lazy.
Yeah,
I don't think Big Steve is racist. I don't. It got blown well out of proportion, what he said.
Yeah.
But
hold up, is the Euros cancelled? Why is the Euros cancelled?
April Fools.
Is it?
He's talking about
I need to lies.
All right, go on, drop some lies in it. Like, thanks for letting me know about that, Lewis. In it. See, that's why you're a real one.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Bless you.
Yan City.
Bless you. And you lot get the likes up as well. I know we did start this later than expected, but we're only on 33 likes. But love to you lot. The average watch time's good, everything. Make sure you subscribe to Carefree Lewis, his channel. Make sure you subscribe to Yan City ENT. And also make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV and hit the notification bell when you do. We literally just hit, well, at the start of the show, 2,400 subscribers in it. So we're now 100 away from 2,500 in it. So the road there, we should get there in the next couple of weeks anyway. Middle of it. Yeah, we'll do a mini one for 2.5 and then 3K, we'll do something proper. Yeah. Like, man, we'll get waved and all that. Put the link out, send it to all the peoples. Them, like, we'll do something major for that one, innit? Lewis, anything you want to add before we dip, though? Because we are going to bounce.
Chelsea are winning the Champions League. Thomas Tuchel's tricky Blues are doing it again up the Chelsea.
Yancy.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't be a hater. Next time, come with facts rather than hateration. Is what it is. If you're
because of the hateration, you know.
Yancy's just being weird again.
Mary J. Blige.
Team are doing worse than my team this season.
I hear that. Yo, Ryan, anything you want to add before we dip?
My team ain't winning anything this season.
I'd love to hear it. Anything else?
No, just, working hard as usual. Be Yan City's favourite Ryan, but,
we move.
One day it'll happen, innit?
We move. Love to everyone who's locked in. We'll get to this. Nip on here says, one more thing on the matter, then I shut up about it. Gandhi was a racist to Indian school teachers. Won't tell you that, though. So if you call Churchill a racist, we have to call Gandhi one, too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Was he? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We all agree on that easily. Yeah.
The thing is, it's not even about Churchill being a racist. Google Churchill in Africa and then come back with your conclusion. Because if you think what Hitler did was wrong, then you won't agree with what Churchill did. That's all I'm saying. Google it. When you learn about it and the concentration camps that he had over there, then you will understand why people don't like him. And that's not even the reason why my family don't like him. They like him. They don't like him because he put a bunch of English soldiers at risk. But it is what it is, isn't it?
Jay also says, Jay Social says, as long as it's not illegal money, who cares the source? Big facts. Who does care the source? That is right. And also, yeah, that's it. We will close out the show because, I was here literally all night and it's nearly 3:15 in the morning UK time. But love to everyone who's locked. Whether you're watching this back or you're watching this live, get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, we're back tomorrow. Mandem United, 4 p.m. We're back. Myself, hopefully JV should be back discussing all things Manchester United. Is that the only thing on the channel tomorrow? I believe it is.
Can I just say something, right? Man City bottlers, whatever he's called, right? He's supported by Munich. So you go through against PSG in it because you won't get past the quarters. Will you get past the quarters this season? That's what I want to know.
Fairness to him, they did win it last year.
They did win it last year, but he's talking about this season. Are you going to get past the quarters? Is he going to get past the quarters? That's what I want to know.
I want to say, you may have smoked us last season as well, but we still gave you the most embarrassing moment in your club's history, so I ain't feeling it anyway.
And they ain't making it past the quarters. You know why? Because they got Killer Killian in the camp. That's why. That's what it is. Nah, Killer Killian, innit? Get me? Mr. Mbappe, you know what I'm saying? And they got the next best thing. Not even the next best thing, they're now in their ranks and that. Never mind, man, like Mauricio with that.
He's magic. Should be talking about Neymar's the guy.
Christensen, he gonna run through Christensen.
Bottle it, Patch
he ain't running through Christensen. He's a Danish wall.
He might actually bottle it.
Hey, Yan City, less of that negativity in that.
Not even the Danish wall is good enough to keep out Neymar.
Yeah, and he's not good enough to be out
man.
the killer. Hear what I'm saying? Killer Killian in the camp.
You
know
don't
what
just
I'm saying?
walk through a wall.
You
can't
when
get
you're
around
Mbappe, you do. You stroll through it, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
When
In
you
Gucci
Neymar, you
flip-flops.
do it with
You
your
get
eyes
bodied.
Love to you lot. Big up to Dubé. Says flawless is actually class. Yeah, man. I'm what's it called in it. I'm not as much as I'm an asshole. I give people their props and that in it. Like I'm not unreasonable. I'm just running bants in it. That's what that is. Haaland over Mbappe just to trigger flawless. Yeah, we're gonna find out in it. Hopefully Mbappe's as good as you lot say he is. That means City don't win the Champions League.
Good.
And then I can still run with that. City, where's your Champions League? You know what I'm saying? I can just run with that when I'm talking to
If
Jody.
Haaland does that, they're gonna get Haaland.
I think the game anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we
Yeah.
go out, I don't think we will win it this season. So if we're not going to win it, would I rather go out and get Haaland?
In the ideal world, I want it. Haaland has a stinker. City go out. Sancho masterclass. That's what masterclass.
I'll
That's
be
what I'm
real.
hoping for.
If that's a timeline where Manchester City make it to the Champions League final against probably Chelsea and lose, and that pushes them to go and get Haaland, and we get Romelu Lukaku, I'd be happy with that timeline. I really would.
That's another agenda FC that talk on that because that's mad
obviously
to me.
it leaves us with 2 Champions League trophies, but it also gives us Lukaku, and I can accept you winning the league for 5 years with Haaland because we'll have 2 Champions Leagues, and I can just hold on to that. The London argument would be dead.
Yeah, it's mad. Big up Man Says big up flawless. Love the work rate. Yeah, man. Like I said, we're back tomorrow, Man United at 4 p.m. I think that's the only thing on the channel. But you can catch me on Saeed's channel's Real Talk at 6, and then probably on Rance's channel at 7, I believe. So, but just keep a lookout. Follow me on the socials.
From some random fact, it's not a legitimate newspaper, but it's what it is.
Love to you all for supporting. Love to the Stellar Cast. Big up Lewis for joining in. And this has been Sarcasm.
Oh, there is one more thing I want to say.
Go on, fam.
I'd like to apologise to Harry Kane on behalf of Jan City for that inappropriate comment she made about him earlier.
And this has been the Sarcasm City podcast. Wait, the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A.
And listen, yeah. Harry Kane, if you're watching this, stay where you are.
What was the Harry Kane comment?
Oh, so the Harry Kane comment, yeah, basically, Jan, so we were talking about whether Man City should get going for Harry Kane. And Jan City just went off on one about him not being good enough, him flopping in the big games. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Let me do the context. Can I finish?
And he would win shitloads with
Can I finish? I haven't finished yet.
I did say
I haven't finished. You know what I mean? I was gonna get to that. I've not finished. So she was talking about how he's not good enough in the big games. He's not done this in Europe. He would win a lot of trophies there. He'd win league titles, blah blah blah. So we was like, huh? But then she went into the sensible part and she was like, he'd be a lot of money. He's 28. He's injury prone. And we was like, yeah. But then she went off on one and she was like, yeah, Harry Kane is kind of like it's like you've got a choice between a hot girl or your mate's ex. Yeah, really hot girl or your mate's ex. I was like, how did Harry Kane become the mate's ex? He ain't that bad. I was with her on the middle part, but the beginning and the end, I wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying?
Just because he's a big game bottle job. Basically, Higuain.
Yeah, but Bradley, we're not replacing Gabby with Kane. We'd be replacing Aguero with Kane. That's different. He wouldn't be better than Aguero. How's he going to be better than Aguero? How is he going to be better than Aguero?
And big up to NB for this, who says big up the GOATs. But love to everyone who has locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.